Okay, I think now it's back.
Yeah, I think we're back.
It's back. Whee! Okay, thank you everybody for bearing with me and all of this setting up stream things that I'm doing over here. But yeah, the occasion on why we are here is actually we are celebrating 5 years of Garcast overall. Good,
That
gosh
is
dang.
scary.
Yeah,
How's it been 5 years?
it has been 5 years. My goodness. How fast time goes. Oh man. Imagine being a nerd for 5 years. Yeah. And even more on top
It's
of
definitely
that.
just been 5 years.
Yeah, but we started being nerds when we did the podcast. Like before that, we were normal people paying taxes, or maybe not. Just doing what normal people things do. And then, suddenly, boom, there we were. But yeah, I bet. Okay, can this drilling stop now? Please?
Oh no.
Like, whomst? Why? Like, this is an apartment, like a house with many apartments. Like why is someone drilling in the middle? Like, that's at least pissing off 4 or 5 people at the same time. Okay, good. The drill is also celebrating. Don't take its rights. No, okay. The drill is valid. Please. We do not drill shame in this house. There we go. Okay, I think I can... Everything should be set up neatly. So I think we can start with the Dark Souls over here. I made it a lot further than expected, because I also now know what to do, but also I'm still not a good player, so to speak. but I'm doing progress. So I need to relearn all of my... No, that was wrong. No, that's not what we're gonna do. Okay, this is the bunch. It's like block. Nobody's ever good at Dark Souls. No, not really. You just are adequately equipped or not. Maybe. Okay, wait, did I made the ladder here, up here. And then we can go up. But yeah, it has been 5 years already. Gosh dingle dang. I think it was also... I mean, we can maybe retell the lore of how this happened. why we are here. Oh wait, there's a Drago happening. Yeah, ooh, that's a dragon.
Cool.
Hello, Drago. Oh, hello.
Is this doubling back? I remember you got to the charging pig last time. Was that what you got to?
Yeah, the pig.
That might be doubling back going that way.
Oh yeah. Do we have to go?
Yeah, this looks familiar. Yeah, I think you go.
I think this is it. Yeah. Oh.
Back that way.
Okay, I think this is one boy here. Ow.
Oh, 2 boys.
2 boys. Oh lord. Basically, I think also one of the founders in spirit is in chat, the Nobelsöker, who back in the day had the German anime podcast, the Weekly Anicast, I think it was the name, where I was a member of. And I soon noticed that sort of my taste was not very the same as all the others. So I came up with the idea, what if I did do my own with people who also like the things I like? This is by the way, not a dig at dear Nobu. We are still good friends to this day. But yeah, sort of, I could do my own. And I don't know exactly what has ridden me at this point, but I thought I could look around in Twitter and find people to talk to. And by this time I'd already followed a few of you lads and had asked around a bit. And I think I only asked 4 people. Also, I think I asked the Eye Patch Wolf, who respectfully declined, but actually held his promise of coming on as a guest. Because I think back in the day he already had his own podcast, and I thought he was also way too big.
I mean, when we asked him, he was not big. I think he started getting big when we actually had him on.
Oh yeah, I think that was the
I vaguely remember
time, yeah.
because we got him on in our first year, and I'm pretty sure he got big not long after we had him on, or like around that time. So like when you asked him, that would have been a perfectly reasonable like time to like ask someone.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, they had like 4 or 5 videos, like all about JoJo and Hunter x Hunter. Yeah, so I thought he would be a good fit. But yeah, I think he already had his Let's Fight a Boss podcast at this point.
Oh yeah.
So understandable. And like we only knew each other from like a few Twitter interactions, so understandable. But yeah, he was a very good lad about it, and then came on as a guest, which was very nice of him. But yeah, that's how that happened, and that's how I got Ali, Tom, and the Boris on the boat. Yeah, that was a mighty good time. Do you remember what you thought at this point, or do you remember the incident?
I remember just like, I was definitely skeptical. I was excited to try something new, for sure. If you told me then, oh yeah, we'll be friends like 5 years down the line, and like everything's gonna work out fine, like I would be very, very surprised. Like the idea of I definitely expected Gakkas to be something we did maybe for like a few months, and then like maybe we didn't gel super well, and it was like maybe a couple of us would continue doing it, but I did not expect us to like as a group still be like not even like just be friends, but like still be doing it as well.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I also thought, this could be like a fun side project to do, because also I had a lot of time with podcasting in itself, as I'm talking to people and like editing and cutting and so forth. But yeah, then it turned out that everything was very well, and we got along swimmingly. Oh boy. I'm also getting heavily pummeled by a skelly man.
No.
Oh god. I'm just terrible at this point. Like, is this fast? There we go. Ow.
Not the easiest place to fight this guy, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think I need to bait the lad out a little bit. Yeah, also... I
wonder if you can sneak up and kill one of them before...
I think I
before they notice you.
Yeah, but the other guy is just standing there. But yeah, everything turned out to go really well, I thought. Like we also were like all different characters from even like different countries.
Yeah.
All with funny accents in their own right. So we had a nice collection of accents going on. But yeah, I think
even crazier that like we've all like at least met a couple of us. Like I've obviously met you, Tom, and Boris. I know you've obviously met me and Tom. I don't think, have you met Boris?
Not yet. I think we haven't gotten to that yet. But I definitely wanna, because Germany and Austria are not too far away from each other. Like they're neighboring countries. So yeah, I think that should work. And I want to see the good Slav lad.
Well, Tom did mention about doing some travelling once COVID is less a thing, so we'll hopefully be able to arrange something then.
Absolutely. But this whole pandemic is all there.
It is.
No.
Pig time. Or rat time? That's a rat.
I think it's rat. Oh, the rat fell down.
That's okay. A rat. They just fall off. I like the enemies just slip off things.
Yeah. Oh, that's so
That
good.
happens a lot in Dragon's Dogma. Like, there's a specific area on the map where there's a big Cyclops, and it's very likely that the Cyclops just trips and falls off the cliff, and you get the XP for it dying, which is great.
Okay, that's great. I also thought that the stream had paused a while, but I think now it's back.
I've got it on low quality, and that seems to be doing fine.
Okay, so please, everybody who is in chat, you can write us if anything is wrong. So then let's see if there's one more rat coming along from here. There it is. The boy. Oh, now I'm poisoned. Oh god. I said it and I got poisoned.
Can you cure the poison?
I think you need some sort of item for that.
Oh.
I don't know if I have this. Phantom, throwing knives. No.
Oh no.
Yeah, okay, so I'm just slowly getting poisoned. One more Estus flask for me. And up we go. I need moss, which you probably don't have yet. Okay. I can live with the poison. That's just how it be sometimes. Okay, this one, finished body. Is there anything in there? Ooh, longsword. Poison is way too evil early on. Yeah, I definitely noticed. Just, it's big ouch. There's the pig. I think I may run.
Oh, yeah,
I
there he
forgot
is.
where the running button is. Okay, I need to defeat these guys first. I have an arrow in my head and I'm dead.
Oh no.
Oh dear. Yeah, I think we will be stuck for a while here.
It's okay.
Strongly advise against having arrows in your head. Yeah, that's really not healthy. So it's not a good thing to have. I mean, you wake up, arrow in your head, that's bad. Yeah. Yeah, and also regarding Garcast, I'm really happy that it sort of gave me a lot of experience as well. Especially like Premiere and Photoshoppy things. Like I had been sort of a Photoshop wizard before, of just, but a lot of it was just looking what sticks, and it's probably not very professional, super professional in a sense, but it worked, and I think I learned a lot along the way. And especially Premiere editing was very fun. That I got to know all the ropes of like video things, make things spin and whoosh in and out of the screen.
Yeah. Audition was definitely a good tool to edit with, but I think I've learned more just having to edit with Audacity.
Oh yeah, that's also good.
Audacity being such like a simple thing, it's like, okay, well, how do I do this? Oh right, there is a whole plugin for it. Whereas Audition, it's just like, oh, it's really flush, it'll do everything I need, like, normally. But yeah, I already prefer editing with Audacity.
Oh yeah, it definitely is a good tool. I can just run past some enemies, especially the two boys here to start. Yeah, that's true. I theoretically could just run past the lads. Those two reps, and then the third. Ah, that one is still alive. I'm poisoned again.
No.
Why? Yeah. Yeah, and also the Gakas really helped me later on in my jobs, which I'm very happy about. That I could basically show here I have experience with things, And you can trust me on on your editing bits. And yeah, that worked out fine in the end. I'm very happy about that. Okay, how do you run again? I've forgotten where the running button is. No, that's wrong. What's this? No, that is wrong. Okay, I'm just going. You know what? I'm going to defeat this guy. That didn't work, and I'm stuck. I'm stuck.
No.
Shit. Oh, the high song ding dong in the background, and that's.
No.
Hold the dodge button, I think. Oh yeah, I have a dodge button. We forgot that. A dodge button. I am the best Dark Souls player there ever was. Ah. Okay, under the berg. Here we go. Oh yeah, wait, I have a roll button too. That's the reason I'm running around without armor. Well, I'm so clever. Wait, I'm going to test that. Ah, okay. Ah, that's the roll button. Okay. Whee. It's not really a fast roll, isn't it? Is that a fast roll? Seems kind of normal.
Mm.
Dodging just costs stamina, which you could use for smashing instead. Oh yeah, it uses stamina, I see. Okay, that is a fast roll then. Okay. Good. Oh yeah, then I should maybe just run past the two first skeleton. Excuse me, I need to get past here. Sorry. I need to get through. He fell down. Well, I got experience for that. That's nice. Oh no, I got stuck in the doorway. Oh no. Okay, cannot recommend getting stuck in a tunnel. Because that's where you get cornered with reds and skeletons. But yeah, I think we also did some really nice things. Like, I'm particularly proud still of our manga recommendation ones.
Yeah, those have been really fun to do.
Yeah, and also
It's been a while now since we did the other one, but like the first one was like the biggest we had for a while, right?
yeah,
Is it still the biggest?
I think it
we've done?
still sits at like 2K. I can check. Excuse me, will you let me past, skeleton? Please, let me.
Yeah, it's biggest by a mile. Like,
Oh wow.
Eye Patch Wolf one is 740, and then like the manga one is 2.1K.
Oh wow.
So the biggest one.
Nice. Yeah, I think I could maybe do that again soon.
I'd be down to. I haven't read tons, but like, I'm sure there's plenty I haven't talked about, or even, I don't even mind talking about other things again. I've probably got different opinions on something.
Oh yeah, totally. Like for our future bits, we still have like Moffat that we want to do, because I think most of us have like a bigger opinions on the guy.
At least you, me, and Tom.
Yeah.
That'll be an interesting one. I have not gotten around to watching the Dracula thing he did.
No, me neither.
Which I am curious about, but also like scared.
Yeah, same. I've no clue what it will do. Ooh, that's an alluring skull. Okay, what I need to get down here, right? Ah! Oh no! Ah! Okay, that was very unfortunate.
Oh, the pig. You don't realize the pig is like armored.
Oh yes, it is. Straight up got killed by pig. Okay, but I think that is definitely a tactic that we can. Yeah, because I think the Moffat thing I'm very excited about, because like I used to like the guy, because I also wrote my bachelor thesis on his work. Like, yeah, about the new wave of British quality television. It sort of got spearheaded with like a new miniseries, like sort of Sherlock, Luther, and like all of those, because it sort of went back to like doing quality miniseries, which is a nice thing to do. But yeah, it turned out that after season 2, Sherlock was just not that good anymore.
No.
Yeah, and then also Doctor Who started to not be very fun anymore.
We'll definitely get into this when we like actually record this, but yeah, like I think like Doctor Who's biggest problem was like having every season be building up to this big like mythos defining like finale that doesn't really make any sense. Like it's never very coherent.
No, I've
Like
in some cases I don't even have a clue anymore, like what the solution was or what it turned out to be in the end, because I just remember the intrigue, but I don't remember how it got solved.
Yeah, like I remember like the scenarios of the finales. I could not tell you like what the season was like building up to beyond that, like
Oh, same.
or like what it was all like what it all meant. Like with like the earlier seasons of the reboot, like yeah, like there was like a very clear like little Easter eggs all the way through that built up to like who the villain was or whatever. But like the moment they started like trying to do more stuff with the mythos and stuff, it just became very bloated. And I believe that's also kind of the problem with the new run, but I've not watched any of that.
Yeah, I haven't. I think I'm somewhere in season 8 or 9 that I'm missing. I think which is the last or before last run of Capaldi. Like I haven't seen any one of the new female Doctor Who. Yeah, which I hear many a thing about. But yeah, I'm not sure yet what to expect really.
Yeah, I was definitely like dropping off by the end of Matt Smith's run, but I'm pretty sure the last episode I watched was like the last Matt Smith episode, and then like I just dropped off entirely.
Yeah, very understandable. Yeah, I was very, very tired at the end of Matt Smith's run. But that was also because I just really didn't like the companions. I got very sick of Amy and Rory at the end. In River Song too, like especially her. It was how to not make a good concept good.
Yeah.
Like so much wasted potential, essentially. And I'm just gonna say it here, nobody likes the person who always goes, spoilers! Nobody likes that person.
I just wanted to go back to like funny monster of the week, like sci-fi serial stuff. I think when it does that, I will absolutely get back on it.
Oh yeah, same. And also, Nobu, you're totally right. That silly band does just not want to get out. He will stay there. That's his space. Yeah, because I can vividly remember. I feel like pretty much nearly, not all, but a lot of like Russell T Davies run Doctor Who episodes, because they're just so neatly like made, and then okay, there's still Monster of the Week bits, but they still come together at the end to something cohesive.
Yeah.
Like it's that good mix of episodic and overarching. Ah, he's out. Get it. Run. I forgot how I run. Okay, I made it. Ooh. No, why am I getting... Hey, why?
Like those first 2 seasons of the reboot especially are just like really good. Like
yes.
the first Tennant season and the Chris Blackson season, they're both just like really good. goofy sci-fi TV with a good emotional core.
Yes, absolutely.
And some like there's definitely some rough episodes in there, but like on the whole, there's some really creative ideas.
Oh yeah, same. Like, if I remember correctly, they had a lot of post-production issues. Because they had just planned it like a normal BBC series. But of course it needed a lot more like special effects and a lot of things done in post-production. So I think they sort of ran out. Oh no, I died of poison. But,
no.
yeah, so I think they had problems with it, but and also I don't know, something with the CGI was also like, oh, yeah, it's not up to par where we want it, but they got better from like season 1 onwards. But yeah, I think they made it worth it by just putting everything into the writing and the acting. Like the actors they cast were pretty much brilliant. Like I don't remember like a standout like dud in any of them.
No. Like even like Catherine Tate, like who is not like a serious actress. Like respect to her, like she's great, but like she was like the comedy sidekick in the Christmas special, and then they brought her back, and she has like a really good run. Like I'm not crazy about the final like Russell T Davies stuff, but like again, it kind of falls into the same issue of big mythos defining stuff that kind of gets a bit bloated. But like Catherine Tate was great in those, and her granddad as well. Like some really good stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely. I really liked her in this because I didn't have this whole context of her being a comedy actress. To me, she was just, oh okay, she's there. Because I was not aware of her UK comedy background. But yeah, I thought she had just really good chemistry with David Tennant. And they just bounced off each other so nicely. And an interesting thing is I have the very big book called The Writer's Tale, where Russell T Davies shares his writing process of the 4th season and specials. And he said that initially for the 4th season he had planned like a new love interest for the Doctor to sort of forget Rose. But yeah, then I think he came up with the idea like maybe to put Catherine Tate back. He said that this was actually a lot better because having a new love interest would probably just undermine Rose and probably would have gotten backlash from fans. Which I can imagine. So to just keep Rose as like the one love interest and just have like Martha is the sort of spurned lover and Catherine Tate is like the good pal. Like who is not involved in any romantic way. Also, for anybody who actually wants to see good Dark Souls gameplay, this is not it. The art is not good.
You've made it to the pig a couple times. That's been pretty good.
Yeah, I made it to the pig a couple times. Also, this skeleton just does not want to get out of there.
Yeah, he's like a psycho.
Hello.
He is inching his way over. I guess it's just a timing thing, seeing if you can get like a backstab.
Maybe. Excuse
if he is
me.
on a cycle,
hello.
but he just seemed to turn like immediately.
Yeah. He just doesn't wanna. Excuse me. Could you please get out? Hello. Hello. He just. So yeah, but overall, going back to Moffat, like the man needs to be controlled. Like that man does not work as a showrunner. Like somebody needs to tell him, okay, please just do this, and he will, because his standalone episodes in Doctor Who are good.
Yeah.
The Don't Blink, the Pompadour one. What's the
He
other
did
one?
the World War II one, right? The gas mask.
The gas mask one.
Which is like an all-timer. Like that's one of like the best episodes of Doctor Who ever. Like,
yeah,
he's definitely good at those like little mini concepts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Have you seen the video by H. Bomber Guy about Sherlock?
I have, yeah.
Oh,
It's been a while, but I have seen it.
Oh yeah, because he pulls a nice parallel with Sherlock and his Doctor Who run. Because he says, well, the problem with the new Doctor Who, and thinking about it, he's right, is that he tries to make the Doctor as like this really larger-than-life, big and mythical lad. And yeah, it's the same for Sherlock. And also, which is also the same, he's like very good at establishing mystery, like having a really good hook, but not being able to follow through with it. Or
yeah.
To just
yeah, that's it.
Yeah, to just really give a good conclusion to something. It's not his thing. So he works best, I think, in just having a small thing with a nice conclusion at the end, but having like a large structure, like 10 episodes, and trying to tell everyone, okay, you do this, you do that, then yeah, that's just getting messy. And also that I think his wife is the producer, and his mother-in-law is like the producer of the BBC or something. Like there's a lot of
Right.
BBC inbreeding happening there, so yeah, I think there's not a lot of like fresh blood coming in from the outside, and I think this could also be a problem. He's basically not getting edited in a way to just say, hey, maybe look out for this, or like having a person who tells him, yeah, maybe don't. Yeah. I think I'm good. I think I'm good.
Oh, you meant to go down there. Guys without shields, at least.
I think I'm doing good. Oh no, they're following me. That's not good. Ah, no. No, I came so far.
Making progress though.
Yeah, I was making progress. It's going further. It's doing things. Also, please tell us in chat if we are talking about Doctor Who too much, because this should be an actual podcast. Yeah, so should we make Dracula predictions? What happens in Dracula? How does that get moff-hatted?
Queer baiting,
Yes.
which is going to be really funny in Dracula, like one of the most inherently queer, like gothic novels.
Yes.
Oh god. There's going to be some wider mythos of Dracula that makes no sense.
Yeah, probably also like
Dracula Mind Palace. He's going to go to the Mind Palace, but Dracula.
Oh yeah. the big wiggly mind palace. Also, I think Dracula is going to be already a mythical creature, because he needs his like overpowered protagonist that everybody fawns over. So Dracula is already a known person, and everybody thinks he's amazing, or popular, scary, whatever. Hello, Lucy Barker. Nice to see you.
Honestly, like, one of my favorite things about Dracula, like just thinking about the constructions of vampires we have as a society, like in culture, and like one of the like standout things for especially for Dracula, and like how Bram Stoker did vampires at the time, is like one of their defining features is they were like good at investments.
Oh yeah.
They were like the quintessential like modern man for the time, and like they have like, you know, they have a mortgage, they have like the newest tech for the time. And it's just like that's a really funny idea that definitely gets played into, like the richness, but like whenever there's like modern vampires, I want them to kind of lean into the fact that they probably have like a crypto wallet. They have like they probably have like Tesla stocks and stuff because that is just like part of what the vampire was.
Oh, definitely. If you remember Little Witch Academia, my favorite was the dragon getting the stonks. Because like dragons hold a lot of treasure, and how to get more gold, get stonks. so the dragon becomes like a broker and has like morning robe like hanging out in front of PCs. I thought like, yeah, that's a brilliant like world building thing. It's like, yeah, what do dragons do nowadays? Yeah, go stock market. Okay, I think I made it really far. Okay, there's the door. I found. Ooh. I made it far, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh.
They should go the Castlevania route and just make Dracula a wife guy. Yes, they should. Like the Castlevania Dracula is so cool. Most ambitious adaptation yet. What if Dracula was hot? Ooh.
I think coming up to where there's the guys with the big shields, right? Are there big guys coming up? I don't remember.
Yeah. Is somebody doing the shooty here or something? Oh yeah, the big guys. Oh yeah, now I remember where we are. Yeah, it's the big knight lads.
Yeah, like the Black Knights.
Oh god, because those are just not easy. Hello. Oh yeah, there they are. I need to do the backstab. It's really, really quiet. Then do stabby.
When are they gonna make like a Dark Souls game that's also a Hitman game? Like just sneak up on big enemies and take them out.
Oh no.
I love that his cape flies, that's great.
Oh no.
Oh, he's not dead. He's not dead.
He just was not having it. He didn't like it at all.
Okay, I thought they were big shield guys, but that guy's shield is tiny.
Yeah, so he's just a big cape guy. But I do like that they lift up the cape in dramatic fashion to just put salt there. Okay, so at least I know where I'm going. Okay, that's good. It's like the Dark Souls of video games. It's very hard.
Cask, it says lock on.
Is there lock on these? Oh wait, I think there is lock on. Yeah, I think I need to press the button. Yeah, thank you for reminding me. I tend to forget these things. Like they're essential and very, very important things, but I tend to forget them. Hello. Hello. Excuse me. I have time to talk about the Lord and Savior. Ow. He just... Will you get out of there? He just does not. Hello. Please. Please. I'm right here. Yeah, thank you. Dark Souls, ladies and gentlemen. Ow. Will you just get out of there? I think at this point, I think this is a glitch.
I mean... It'd be weird for this game to have like a set cycle for pathing when they know you're there.
Yeah.
I feel like you could definitely move past me the last time.
Let me through. Doesn't work.
You've got like throwing knives, right? Do you think you could take him out when his back's turned like that?
Maybe. Some people say the lads still come out on 10th Garthgar's anniversary. Oh yeah, he's still gonna be there. And I will still be here, like 5 years later, not beating this segment. Oh god, but yes, but if we do the Moffat cast, then I definitely have to talk about Sherlock season 4. I just have to, because...
I still haven't seen that.
Oh god.
I've heard though.
Oh god, please do. It's big ouch. It's you just how I've no clue how that came to be. How did this happen? I simply do not know.
I still find the secret good season stuff so funny that was happening online.
Oh yeah, that was the whole Tumblr conspiracy thing.
Yeah, there's gonna be a secret good season.
Yeah, like, for everybody who's listening, there was this whole like Sherlock conspiracy thing that they thought like that Watson x Sherlock was Endgame, so that they had to end up together. And of course that didn't happen at the end of season 4 because A, queer baiting, B, probably not. So yeah, they just thought that there had to be another season, that this was just a bamboozlement from the BBC. Yeah, but it turned out no. It was that was indeed it, and the ending was the ending. And many people couldn't believe it. Wait a second, how do I put the throwing knife in this? Reuse the item? That was stupid. How do I put on the thing? I'm just gonna put my chef here and she's gonna use the damn thing. Oh. Please turn a bit. Thank you. Ah. Oh no, wait, I need to change the equipment. There we go. This, no. How do I use the thing? Equip? No, I unequipped it! Is deeper down? Ah, there we go. Okay, I think it. Finally. Something. And then X. Oh, come on. Good Jesus! It just does 1 damage and it doesn't care. Okay, no. He's coming. He's coming. Oh lord, he coming. Thank you. Screw you. I'm going. I'm leaving. I want to. There you go. Bye. No, I'm stuck again. I just get stuck everywhere. Why?
No.
Ah, yeah, deep head down. Yeah, absolutely. How could I forget? I forget a lot of things. No. What's this flask? I mean, I should probably just wait until this poison wears off, because otherwise this is just going to be too tough.
Uh-huh.
But it just doesn't wear off quickly. Time for an
Poison
ad
has a
break.
duration of 180 seconds.
How many?
180 seconds, so 3 minutes.
That's 3 minutes. Ew. I think I will burn through all of my Estus flasks.
Oh no.
Time for an ad break. You! Yes, you! Have you ever thought about doing podcasting? Then do it! This is what we can recommend. Just start. Grab your few lads. Have a grand old time. I think isn't the app that you're using or the platform Anchor, isn't that like making things easier or something? Because I see like a lot of like new podcasts like popping up on the.
I mean, I think the good thing with Anchor is that it automatically puts things on like every platform. Like, it automatically put it on Spotify and like a bunch of other places. So let me have a look at where mine is on. Podcast
Okay.
availability. It's currently on Anchor. I don't know what Breaker is. Google Podcasts, Pocket Casts, Radio Public, and Spotify. And I didn't do any of those. It just like, apart from Spotify, I think I manually put on there, but like that's a very easy process
Oh, okay, because
because it gives you like an RSS feed like automatically through Anchor that you can use to upload to any other.
because I think maybe we could look into doing that via Darkcast, like Anchor. Because what we're doing right now is we have to pay SoundCloud.
Yeah, I think the SoundCloud model is pretty outdated now. I think now that like podcast distribution is so easy, pivoting to like, because I mean like it's free to host on Anchor, it's free to listen on Anchor. I don't know how easy it is to listen, but like there are free podcasting apps, so as long as like you can get it, as long as you've got an RSS feed, you can get your podcast onto other platforms.
Ah, nice.
And people can just listen to it. I think that's probably one of the things with listening is that if people want to listen to it, it's like if they don't have Spotify, and ignoring SoundCloud at the moment, it's like they've got to like watch a YouTube video for it, which is like obviously not the most easy way of listening to a podcast. It's certainly not how people tend to listen to podcasts unless they are like at home with something in the background.
Oh, definitely. Because I think the SoundCloud like costs us some money as well, so I think that's a good way of getting to that.
My experience so far with Anchor has been very good.
Yeah, okay, then I will look into that. It's a good thing. You're still need to listen to the Silent Hill podcast then. Hello.
Hey, exactly.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
Good,
doing
thanks.
fantastic.
Yeah? You're okay in there? I see you're kind of getting beaten up on.
Yes, as usual. As it is. As it do be.
It do be like that sometimes?
It do be like that sometimes.
On this bitch of an earth as in heaven.
Oh, still coming.
Yeah, because these lads are just following me now. It's just. Can you?
They're big fans.
Can all y'all stop?
Oh no.
Okay, I'm leaving. Okay, this guy has seen me now, which is probably bad. Like, where do I even go from here? Am I wrong here?
Hello. Okay, that dead end. Was this something? Because you could go up the stairs to the left when you come out of there.
This is what I imagine must be like going to Comic-Con in England.
Just a whole bunch of knights pummeling you.
Yeah. Wretched creatures, get away from me. I want to get to the signing stand.
Yeah, also for everyone listening, this is the TequilaZaku, who also has his own podcast now. We watch 100 Isekai.
Yeah, exactly. I think the name is pretty self-explanatory. Although, in the name of not committing false advertising, we actually do only watch the first episode of most of these, since this would take forever if we didn't.
Oh yeah, that's something I wondered about recently, because there's a ton of Isekai out there, right? But are
About
there...
140 by our count.
Ooh, nice.
At least in anime form.
Yeah, I think probably even more with like light novels and...
Oh, yeah, massively more. And I mean, that's
And
just
web novels.
like... We recently discovered that there's a big blind spot in stuff that came out between around 1999 and around like 2006, where it's, you know, before the start of the traditional isekai genre, so none of that stuff is tagged as isekai anywhere, even though it is. So
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about this.
yeah, because, you know, that was before people started using that word. So since a lot of shows from that era also aren't very popular, it's kind of hard to find out sometimes, because no one's gone back and double-checked if the tags are correct on them. So, you know, we've been trying our best to compile a comprehensive list.
Oh yeah, I remember finding like an old isekai that I remembered because it always had been noodling around in Germany as a manga. In German it's called Ab sofort Dämonenkönig, like from now on Demon King, which is about a
see
guy.
that on bookshelves all the time.
Yeah, like it's sort of classic, and I never touched it. Yeah, it's apparently an isekai about like a guy who becomes Demon King, and apparently it's also one of the like first gay isekai, and apparently it's well done.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I thought like, huh, that's interesting. So I remember that I wanted to recommend this to you guys to watch, and then I saw like, yeah, this doesn't have like an actual isekai tag on Mel, even though it is one. So yeah, nobody went back and slapped it on there.
Yeah, it even has a very traditional setup. I mean, we must watch like 5 different shows by now that are about some manner of Demon King.
Mm-hmm.
Different levels of frustrating that was.
Oh yeah, and the question that I wanted to ask, coming back to this, has there ever been like a conclusive isekai that has ended? Because so far, like, isekai always ends like, oh, somebody dies, somebody gets run over. But how do isekai end? Like, do people come back? Do they get resurrected? Do they just, like, become Demon King or whatever? Because I just wondered, I don't know how isekai end. I know how they start. But is there, like, any conclusive thing?
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Because with a lot of the ones I can think about having an ending, they are all definitively the type where the character at the start says, I want to go back. Like, my journey is me trying to find a way to go back home, and I will do so within 26 episodes. Where it's like Escaflowne or the original Digimon Adventure, you know? Because those all have an ending, but like, I can't actually think of something from the more modern wave of the style of, yeah, I want to noodle around in this isekai world doing jack all forever. Cause...
Yeah, they don't have a goal,
how do I say this in
really,
a... Yeah, cause I don't know how to say this in a nice way, but they usually don't have a strong plot hook or narrative goal they're working towards. It is usually just noodling about. It's kind of like seeing someone play Skyrim who forgot what his next main quest is.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So, it's just running through fantasy villages, occasionally fulfilling a quest, and maybe marrying someone for shits and giggles, finding a powerful spell in a bucket somewhere, shooting some dread knights, and then kind of like petering out, because you don't know what to do.
Yeah, totally. I think that probably goes into like them wanting to sell more light novels or something. And just like, I think something like SAO, so that they'll go on for like so many volumes, and they still haven't ended, right?
Well, I think SAO is different because that's actually like several very distinct story arcs. So I think SAO actually had several endings at this point. For a lot of them, the problem is that the appeal for a lot of them is the lack of serious stakes. The fact that there's not any actually threatening big villain or serious bad thing that is going to happen is the appeal in a lot of them. So it's kind of hard to find the recourse of, you know, where you actually want your plot to go there.
Yeah.
I remember recently finding out that in smartphone isekai, legendary for its stupid premise. At some point, they get mech suits in the fantasy world.
Oh yeah, I had listened to that episode. Like, how do we get there? From
I
have
don't-
a smartphone that can call God, lol, and then you suddenly have mechs. Like how
No,
how
I
did
mean-
this happen?
Apparently, this is like 2 novels after he already becomes a god himself.
Oh.
And the main character purely introduces the mechs into the world because he thinks it would be cooler to fight in robots.
Oh, well then.
It's... Smartphone is perhaps one of the most self-indulgently written things I have ever seen. It gives no fucks. The author is like, I want the main character to have a cool sword, and then the main character will say, I went on a walk in the woods and I tripped and I found a cool sword in the forest. There is
Yay.
no effort to justify why anything happens.
Yeah, I think that's one of my main gripes with most of them. Because most isekai, because they follow like a specific either fetish or fantasy or both that you have to be into to enjoy it. And if you
Yeah.
don't, then well, tough shit. And I think that's
Yeah.
one of the problems, that they are exclusive in a sense. They're not inclusive.
Yeah, and I have to say, a lot of them just aren't. So let me get a jumping off point here and ask you: have you ever read either Dungeon Meshi or Soso no Frieren?
Dungeon Meshi is still on my list because apparently that's very popular and a lot of people like it.
Yeah, it's
it's-
also not an isekai, but
Oh, yeah, it's just fantasy, right?
yeah, but it's like pertinent to my example is that Dungeon Meshi and Soso no Frieren, which I would totally recommend to you.
Oh,
It's
nice.
Frieren is super good in a very sort of scaled back fantasy series that's not about fighting people. But anyway, they both have a very classic sort of fantasy world they set up,
Oh,
like
yeah,
a very
true.
Dragon Questy with slimes and classic fantasy monsters and elves and dwarves and the whole shtick. But
I need to sit more
hold
upright.
on.
And also, correct, Nobu, you recommended Freerun to me before. But I remember being slightly put off because it's Germanaboo, and I tend to have problems with that.
Yeah, don't worry. It's literally just. I think every character just has a random word out the German dictionary as name. It's not a random word. It's some kind of thematically correlated word with their character. So, the main character is cold, and that's why she's called Frieren.
Oh,
Obvious. I mean, to
She's
us
cold.
both, the grammatic hilarity of that is obvious, but it's not really anything to worry about for you, I think.
oh, okay. Because I remember, I think I'm gonna make some enemies with that, but I remember that everybody was raving about Violet Evergarden, and I started it, and then it says, oh yeah, I'm going to the main city, Einsamkeit. And they're like, oh. And they're like, oh god, oh, subtle, what a move.
That's hilarious. Oh my god.
Yeah, just a game out of
Oh,
nowhere.
that's very funny.
Thought like, oh
Yeah.
no, yeah, like this is the exact point that you lost me.
Yeah, I think it's... Well, you'll have to see for yourself, but I guess I think it's ignorable. Getting back to what I wanted... what I wanted to say is just that those two are like very sort of basic Dragon Questy fantasy worlds that they use to have a familiar jumping off point because they want to, like, not have to waste too much time to establishing the broad details of the world because they have a lot to talk about in the finer details. And I think a lot of isekai just kind of skip the going into the finer details part to just have a generic fantasy world that they don't need to introduce further
Yeah.
and then do nothing with it. They just are like, yeah, here's some fucking elves in a forest. deal with it.
Yeah, that's very much a problem. Like very often, like the world is just not interesting. Like,
Which
it
is
doesn't-
like
it also
pretty
doesn't-
bad considering that's like a third of the transporter to another world. That's like a whole 1 out of 3 words.
Yeah, it's like right there. Like even what I find interesting is I read the book Manga Theory by El Jojo Man himself, Yuriko Araki, who said, okay, here are the things that are important in your story. Also, see ya, Carl. Have a good time.
See ya.
Who said, okay, here are the things that are important. First is characters. Like, if you don't have good characters, like, throw the whole thing out. Like, characters is the most important thing. I think then it's the story, then it's the themes, and at the very last, it's the world building. So, yeah, if you have something that has, like, amazing characters, like, people will follow through with it because they like the characters, even if the story is bad.
Yeah.
If they have chemistry. But, like, you cannot have, like, amazing world building and amazing story, but the characters are ass. So,
I'm always so confounded when I see, oh yeah, I did tectonic plate simulation, I accurately mapped out the heat zones of this map, and I spent 100 hours thinking about the geology and geography. Okay, what's your story? So this little guy starts out in a village and he goes to a forest with some elves in it.
like, wow.
Like,
You
wow.
done did it.
You did it. You created the world's most boring explanation for why there's some elves in a forest.
Yeah, and I think the good man Araki is right. Like, characters are probably the most important thing that you should focus on, because this is what people will remember the most. And also will probably have fun the most. And people are forgiving. If your cast is good, then the world building can be like average.
Wait, those motherfuckers can chuck Estus flasks too?
Yeah, I think
That's crazy.
Wait. I don't want to screw this up. Where is the bonfire now? I think is there a boss in there? I don't remember. I haven't come this far yet. I don't remember.
Oh no, I haven't played this game either.
I think is it here? I think no, read message. Secret bridge, I think. Yeah, so I think I need to go down here. Where is the bonfire? Oh, I think there's a blacksmith here.
And
I think it may be down here. Like, I normally say no backseat gaming, but yeah, you should. Oh, there it is! Oh, shit, son! I found the bonfire! We made progress!
listen, it's not backseating, it's can you hand me the map from the back?
Yes, please.
But yeah, what I was saying is also, and I think this is a more cynical point, characters are the most marketable part of your series.
Yes.
No one's gonna get a body pillow with a map printed on it.
Yes, that definitely. Like, oh, look at this world building plushie we did.
Yeah, exactly. Selling globes.
Look at this whole ass atlas. We're gonna make so much money.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, no one's going, like, I'm not going to say no one, but a small number of fanatics just doesn't overcome the large amount of majority of people that just wants you to have, like, a bunch of cool guys. Or, you know, whatever your series is about particularly. Oh, there's indeed the blacksmith.
The blacksmith. Can I, like, learn a gesture? Hurrah! I learned the hurrah gesture. What does the man sell? Crests, some swords, arrows. I don't know if we need arrows.
I'll be seeing you then. Be careful.
Alright, see you, mate. I think it's... Do I need to go down here, or...? No, I'm just gonna check. We have a bonfire. We're cool. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
You okay out there?
No, that looks like I should not go that way. I don't know if you've seen it in the stream now because the stream is behind all talking. But yeah, that was a big fuck off lightning demon. Like I'm not going in there. Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, I need to go up here to ring the bell and fight the gargoyles. Okay, then let's see. Yeah, oh, I forgot that these guys respawned. Yeah, so Isekai tends to be still like a mystery to me. Because like, especially like the modern kind that I don't get. It's like, you get all of the best stuff, 10 wives, all of the harem, and also you're the bestest ever and nothing ever went wrong. Like, where's the appeal to that? Like, I mean, I literally don't get it.
It's a lot of that. Well, I've had it explained to me by friends who understand it better, that a lot of that is supposed to be for people who are like worked to the bone, like come back at like 4 AM to a lonely apartment and just want to like imagine a world in which they kick ass for no like reason, you know, without any further justification. And I don't see, I would say I also personally don't really get that, because when I want to like think I'm cool, I'd rather self-project onto someone like
Jotaro.
I don't know,
Kiryu
like
Kazuma.
Vash. Yeah, exactly. Like, I want to pretend that I'm someone who can solve his own problems, not someone who can magically get their problems solved for them.
Yes.
That's not a very gratifying fantasy in itself. I find it generally really interesting that like... Yeah, you gonna be okay?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be okay. Oh boy. Oh, look at this big... that's a lot.
That's a big shield.
Yeah, I think,
Oh.
I think I'm wrong here. Ah! Oh lord. I think I forgot about these lads. Yeah, there's a shooty wizard and the big shield guy. Also, I think that's walking to be. Oh boy. Yeah, okay, that's not good. I don't remember any of this. I think I need to run through here or something.
Well... I was just recently thinking about this exact topic of what problems do face these protagonists. And I think an important part is that problems aren't difficult problems in a vacuum, right? Like, for example, Goku, after a while, it can get kind of monotonous seeing Goku fight people. Because Goku is a fight man, he's really good at fighting.
Yeah,
but
he do the punching.
But on the other hand, it might be fascinating to see Goku try to do his taxes. Because Goku, despite being like a literal god at this point in the story, does not have the right skill set. It would be a challenge that he would need to overcome for something fairly mundane. And simultaneously, when you see a really lame, like, office drone that doesn't really have anything special about him, I think it's cool to see him, like, fight somebody with a broadsword. Because how is he gonna win? He's not a knight, he didn't train for this, he doesn't know what to do. But it's cool to see him try nonetheless, because it is a difficult problem for him. And I think what a lot of these series try to do is to be like, oh, this is the most strongest dragon god emperor of all time. Oh, he's so cool. His dick is so big. Oh, he's so strong, you guys. And then also make the protagonist just completely no face him, like no sell him, because they're also the strongestest that there ever was and there ever will be, and everyone thinks their power to instantly kill everyone they look at is super weak, and everyone underestimates them, but really they're the strongest. And I mean, it's like, that's just like unappealing in a story. No one likes to see the hero win super easily against every challenge all the time. And that challenge doesn't need to be a direct combative challenge, right? The challenge doesn't always need to be, can the hero beat this guy up? It can be many, many things, but there needs to be some adversity for there to be a story.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think what is my problem with most of these isekai is that all of this power is unearned. But within the story,
Yeah.
like as a power fantasy, I get it. But like, what has this person done, like, to earn all of this? And like, what are you even doing with this? Like, if you are immediately like level 99 out of 100, like, what sort of challenge do you even have? It's unappealing, really.
Yeah, do you suddenly feel the struggle of responsibility when you're suddenly the most powerful healer in the world? Who do you use your gift to save? Who do you use your gift to help? Do you not have do you have some kind of duty to this world? Or do you feel resentful at the gods that dragged you into this world from your own? All of these questions and more will never be asked and never be explored.
Like, yeah, I think that's very often the problem with that. Like, maybe either the plot doesn't give it, or the world building doesn't. Like, or the author maybe just does not have the skill or the insight to think about this.
And if you want to do just a silly fantasy, at least have like some self-awareness or comedy in there. Like, I think Wise Man's Grandchild was actually fairly decent. I mean, it's a pretty okay series, but it had a big thing of like the main character being so overpowered makes everyone like in his like new adoptive family go completely insane. They're all like, wait, why did you even teach him how to do this, Merlin? You asshole, you can't just teach a child how to blow up a mountain. This is so irresponsible. And it's constantly like, oh, did I do that? Oh, sorry, I went too hard. And everyone's always like, no, you can't do your magic here. That's too dangerous. Everyone's gonna like fight a war over you because you're so strong. You're going to cause trouble. And I like that, you know, it's like you still have your whole overpowered main character shtick, but now you actually, you know, face the turn side of that. Like, yeah, this guy is so strong, he is going to throw the entire world into political unrest.
Oh man. Yeah, I think I have to rip into one series of that. I've only seen one season of it, but 3 exist. Like, maybe you know already where this is going. But a series where I'm personally miffed at is Overlord.
Oh, okay. I
because-
actually don't think Overlord's that bad, but yeah, go on.
Yeah, because I remember watching it. It was still seasonal back then, so I only saw like one episode a week, and I was really intrigued by the idea of like having a sort of villain, or at least somebody who has to play the role of a villain, while still being like a normal guy. But my problem with this was that I think you can basically feel where volume 1 of the light novel ends. Because like he goes through his whole castle and looks at everybody and everything, and I really like the cast in the castle a lot. Like, especially like the ice guy who looks like Grundus from Metroid.
Yeah, he looks cool.
Yeah, he's so cool. And like, oh yeah, it's like these two, and Albedo has like even like a neat design, and like he too is like a big skelly man. And I thought like, oh yeah, and then in the end, I think at the end of either episode 1, no, episode 2 or 3, he flies in the sky and he looks at the whole world. And he goes like, yeah, this will be amazing to conquer. Like, this will be great. And I thought like, oh, okay, we're going like into warfare or like strategic battlement or like anything. But no, the next episode is like him literally putting on a different skin and joining the local guild to do fuck off whatever adventures. And it's just, it has nothing to do with what they came before. And it's like, no, I was looking forward to conquering the world. You're not doing level 5 kill the dungeon quests now. Screw you. And then it just continues in that way. He just does mundane little shit. Okay, yeah, because he wants to learn about the world. But I think there's better ways to do that than whatever this is. Because this is now random ass Isekai again. And then later on he meets like this Maria girl who's like super powerful. But he defeats her. He grabs her and then he defeats her because it turns out he was in a pay-to-win guild. So they have like all of the overpowered shit. So yeah, he will win anyway because they paid for it. Like, how do you immediately take out all of the stakes from your story like this? Because you know he will win. I remember this fight with Maria, like the crazy girl. I was so underwhelmed with it. Like, he just grabs her and hugs her to death. And it's over. It's like, yeah, I was looking forward to this fight actually. But yeah, turns out he has like some pay to win item. Yeah, amazing. Like, I left out of Overlord like being extremely miffed. Like, if it had continued from this first setup of like, I'm going to be a warlord conquering the world, Demon King and everything, that would have been cool. But it just goes back to like being bland isekai shit again. Yeah, and I was very, very miffed with that.
Yeah, the general aimlessness.
Yeah.
I can understand. Overlord benefits from looking nicer, having better character designs, better characters, and less of the really annoying tropes than most other isekai have, which makes it a generally really watchable show. But I can understand having all those issues. See, my big problem is I would say my standards for anime aren't actually very high. I'm okay with watching a pretty mediocre show that's got alright characters, alright animation, it just kind of trundles along. I'm just pissed off that most series can't manage that much.
Yeah.
I'm not asking for the world here. I'm really not.
I just want a competent story.
Yeah. I just want it to be put together somewhat well. I want you to score a B in 2 out of 5 subjects.
Please, can you do that?
Please. Listen, I don't want you to be a straight A student, son. I just want you to not fail your grade.
Yeah, that would actually be nice. But yeah, it's just, some of them just can't even manage this, and it's ouch. Big hurt.
You know what's a nice show? A show that always gives me joy. Welcome to Demon School, Iruma.
Oh, Iruma is precious. Like I haven't seen like I think the last 5 or 6 episodes because I'm really hanging after it. But I will probably binge them in one go and have a stellar time. Because like Iruma-kun is so hecking precious.
Yeah. Are you on season 1 or 2 now?
2. I'm just now where the evil cycle has ended. Like they're meeting the new biology teacher, I think.
Yeah, that new biology teacher is also very precious.
Yeah, I remember seeing him in the OP and immediately liking his design.
Oh, of course, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, he's so cool. Yeah, so I'm looking very much forward to it because to me, Iruma is like a very wholesome 90s shonen. Like early One Piece or early Dragon Ball. Like,
yeah, it's super just nice, you know, it's not all like yelling and being angry at each other and someone's being a Sasuke or something.
Yeah. Like everybody is nice to each other, and
Yeah.
but it still has like stakes and like problems that arise. But like the whole cast is just so good. Like even the bad guys, you like.
Yeah. Yeah, even the kind of messed up ones. Curio, message me.
Yeah, it's
But
such a,
yeah.
such a good show. It's
I'm obviously caught up to the manga, so
Ah, nice.
coleslaw bunnies.
Oh boy.
What? Sorry, I don't know what that is.
I think something. How am I supposed to get past this one? It's like a big evil wizard in like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 skeleton. Yeah, you're just lurking, but I'm also making coleslaw bunnies. Coleslaw bunnies. Oh, you got them. Nice. Guten Appetit. Enjoy.
No, I think he meant something else. Coleslaw bunnies, nuts. Got him.
No, I'm too stupid for that.
Got both. Oh, I see.
Oh, you got the bunny with 2 ears. You got both. That's good.
But yeah, I have to say I really love Iruma's like trajectory in the manga, which gives I like that it actually gives equal weight to all its arcs. It doesn't treat the arc where they like fighting as more or less important than the arc where they're having a big class music rehearsal.
Oh yeah. Oh, is there music rehearsal going
that's-
for them? Oh, that's so cool.
Oh, that arc is amazing.
Oh, then I'm so looking forward to that. Yeah, like even Iruma turning evil in a sense, like still is him being precious, because
Yeah.
he's essentially just slightly more assertive than usual. Like he still has the same skills. Like he, like a nice guy. Has a really good observational skills and people skills. It's just that he's using them in a different way. And I think
Yeah,
that's
he's
a really good
much
take.
more assertive about his like position in the world in his evil cycle than he is normally. He's much more willing to just ask things of people around him. Whereas normally, obviously, Iruma is very hesitant to, ask the people for favors and not simply take tasks upon himself.
Ah. Yeah, definitely.
You can do it.
Also,
Come on.
I have big limbo brain. Like I still don't know what we're talking about, but go on. Yeah. Also, thank you for answering this, Marimashita Iroha-kun. So, do not school Iroha-kun. It's really precious. New show on the block that is in season 2 right now, and this season. It's also what I find interesting is that Iruma-kun runs in the same shonen magazine than Baki and Beastars.
Yeah.
Which I think it fits in really neatly with the two. Because, for example, Beastars I have finished now and I'm collecting the German volumes. Beastars probably has set a new standard for me when it comes to shonen world building. Because yeah, that's probably such a good world building and even like amazing characters in it that yeah, the manga even has made like a whole new like spin-off manga series, Beast Complex, that is just about like different stories in this world.
Well, it also helps
really
that
cool.
all of Beastar's world building is very thematically poignant to what is going on in the story.
Yeah, same. And what I also like about it is that there is no one-to-one human equivalent of something. Where people would say, oh, like, this means that, and this for certain is going to be this. Like the sort of, like, problem with devouring someone is not like a human problem. But it's a problem in this world.
And yet, yeah, and like you can't one-to-one metaphor it into anything.
Yeah.
Beastars is a series about
You
like
can type this.
what's that word for, you know, animal people basically, and they live in a world and there's herbivores and carnivores, and there's someone that gets eaten at a school.
Yeah, it's
And
anthropomorphic. Yeah, one.
yeah, anthropomorphic, thank you, that's the word I
Yeah.
was.
You can say furry, but I would say furry is, to me at least, is a different aesthetic. Because like
Yeah.
when I think furry, I think like this type of like deviant art, online, very Disney-esque type.
Yeah, there's a certain art style you'd associate it with it, and Beastars is more like is closer to parable.
Yeah, there's a different appeal, I think, to these stars. Like there's also like the kind of different Japanese furry style called kimono, which is like beastmen. Definitely fits a lot better because I found out, because I recently wanted to see what the differences are, that like kimono culture is like different from furry culture. For example, I think Western furries have like fursonas and like fursuits and everything, while in kimono it's like having a family member, like having I don't know, brother, cousin, like one, like it's not you but somebody who is with you. That the people who like role play is like different, I don't know, like a different character, so to speak. It's not them but somebody else, or like someone who is around. But
Right,
yeah, I
that's
find
interesting.
yeah, I found it very interesting. So yeah, the Japanese kimono culture being different, and I found this art style to be much more appealing than like say the Western furry style. Yeah, so what is Beastars about? So in this world exists like herbivores and carnivores, and we follow a big wolf, Legoshi, and yeah, he is a wolf guy, and he of course would never eat a person, because of course eating meat would mean like eating another person. But yeah, he is struggling with this. To sort of, because it's in the nature of the wolf to eat meat, but of course in this world you cannot, because this is a society, and eating meat would mean eating another person, essentially cannibalism. So yeah, it's a really great series because it brings up like many like societal issues that only can exist in this society, and how people like either fight against their own urges, or how to deal with like how society sees them. For example, there's a little white bunny, who is like seen, but yeah, it's cute and pure, but also bunnies like sex a lot. So yeah, she just struggles with that image. I think later on, what I really like is, for example, we get introduced to sea monsters and people of the sea, so people who live in the ocean. And they have like a completely different way of living, because to them, like life and death is just something that really happens. For example, like fishes and turtles who just lay a ton of eggs, and like, maybe yeah, people die, people are reborn. So it's like, you could say even like they're in the world of Buddhism, so to speak. They're a whole lot different in tune with like being eaten or dying, which I find very interesting. You ever beat the gargoyles? Hello, Azurite? No, I haven't, because I'm getting beaten all the time. I have played this game before. I think I made it to the big lava spider monster in Blight Town. But right now, I'm not doing well. I played this a few years ago and I'm trying to get back, hence the 97% blind. Like, I still have 3% like of my thing left. Also, Grums is asking for sex. Yes, correct. In Beastars there's a lot of sex and sexual awakenings happening. So yeah, I think you will have a mighty good time in there. Also, you can watch the Netflix animation for that.
Grums is asking for sex. I'm sorry, but I do not think a Twitch chat is the appropriate place for that, good sir.
This is all you get. This is a Zava, a woman with the pointy nose. Is all you get. Is an undead knight. But yeah, we have gotten out our anime recommendation for today. You kind of anime? Great. Yeah, absolutely. Like, have a good time, watch it, and you can tell us what you think afterwards.
Yeah. The Beastars anime looks wonderful. I think it's
What's the
actually...
game?
Yes. Hello.
Oh, hey! Nice to hear from you again.
Yeah, I hope everything is okay.
Yeah, I just got some dinner.
Oh, nice.
Ah,
Oh, this area.
Nice. We went over to talking about the Beastars.
Oh.
Yeah, because season 2 is
Still-
also out. I finished the manga. I had a mighty good time. I really liked it a lot.
I still need to read the last 3 chapters of Beastars. I have been putting it off for about a year and a half.
Oh,
Oh no.
I'm only so precious few chapters behind on the ending, but I just... Every time I look over and go, I could finish it now. Or I could start this other series that has 184 chapters. So I reread all of GTO, right? Just recently.
Correct.
I am the voice playing the game. Hello, hello. Yeah, also, I've with me TequilaZaku and Ali.
Please.
Yeah, Beastars.
Anyone? Yes, it is indeed good. Well, the ending is apparently pretty controversial, but I can't really talk about it because I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can kind of understand why it is controversial. I think it just pacing-wise, it's a little bit too fast. But yeah, I think with very often like sort of romance-focused shows, some people will be upset with what the end pairings are. So what the end game is. But I'm fine with all of the end games. So, but I know, I'm pretty sure I know what people are upset about. I haven't gotten into the Beastars discourse yet, but I am pretty sure I know which pairing people are not happy about. But I like it a lot. This is last time.
Sorry, I'm just chuckling at Grums in the chat.
Yeah. Also, you do not need to apologize for being gay. Hey, you do you. That's a very good tap.
I've already resigned myself that my OTP will never ever win in anything.
Oh, okay, can I ask which one it is?
For Beastar? I mean, for Beastars, I suppose it is. I actually do just like the couple the series is actually going for.
Okay, so
And
Legacy and Haru?
yeah, Legacy and Haru.
Yeah,
And I
that's
do actually like Juno and Lewis. That I also like that one, but I've been
Oh, I did it. Oh, wonder. Oh boy.
oh boy, this is the run.
This is the run. This is it. I made it. Now time
But
to
I
die 30
frequently-
times against the gargoyles. Again.
Oh, the gargoyles the next today. Good thing you managed to get the
Time to
bonfire
die.
then.
Why you're not gay?
It's a
Okay.
shame there's not
It's
another
okay. It's okay.
bonfire
Just
up
chilling
here.
Okay, where are you? Where? Oh, I forgot there's a cutscene here. Ah, I only see now that this is kind of foreshadowing that you see like more gargoyles.
Is it just the two you fight? Or is it
Yeah,
more
it's
than
just
two?
two. But I think most people, like me, didn't expect that there would be two. You thought it would be one, then the second comes in. Oh god! Okay, there is the big boy. It's a gargoyle fight. Oh shit. Papa. Oh, I remember this music. I'm getting slight trauma again from this music. It should work. It should work.
Give yourself a turn just to remember what they do and stuff. Like keep your distance and get a good memory of their patterns.
I should also should not forget to actually put away the shield. Because not putting up the shield takes your stamina.
That gargoyle has big Digimon vibes.
Oh yeah. Actually, not doing that bad. Yeah, I've done worse.
Keeping a distance is good. Remembering what they do. It does seem to be like a rushdown type like boss, so you can kind of afford to have some space and work out what your best openings are.
Oh, I forgot that you can attack from there. Ow.
I wonder, I guess you're supposed to low profile some of these attacks by being lower on the roof than him.
Oh, I think, yeah.
Especially with the wide sort of streets.
Oh, that maybe a little R1 spam. Yeah, you should. But yeah, that just didn't work.
Oh no.
But I think I did okay.
That was pretty good, yeah.
I've done work. I died.
Do you
point
fight them
out.
both at the same time, or do just one come up once you kill the first?
The second one comes down, I think, once you have the other one on 50%.
Okay, so you're pretty close to the second one spawning there.
Yeah. I think the last time I did this boss fight, I think I counted it was like slightly over 30 tries. I think that's okay.
You can beat it.
I
You
think
can beat it.
we can beat that. Okay, then let's see. Hello, hello, my dear skeleton friends. Boom. Yeah, I think I just need to be slightly more aggressive. I've not played the whole shield off the whole and everything. Okay, nice. Oh yeah, Ali also missed us raving a lot about Irumakun.
Right.
Because we both love the anime and manga a lot.
I do
Yeah,
need to check
big
that out.
fan.
Yeah, it's such a precious little shonen. I think yeah, that's how we got to it. It runs in the same shonen magazine as Beastars and Baki.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is in good company. Run. Excuse me! No, I didn't want to run. No! This guy's blocking the path! Gosh dang it! Attack! Yeah, good old Baki. The one with the muscle things. Also the father of the mangaka of Beastars.
It's funny having father and daughter in the same magazine.
Yeah, same. And also both of them getting like a Netflix adaptation at nearly the same time. Which is very precious.
Speaking of Netflix, speaking of Netflix, I recently found out that there's apparently a dub for the second season of Psyche Kuso there, so that's very exciting.
The life of Psyche?
Yeah, the disastrous life of Psyche K.
Yeah, that one.
Because I was a big fan of the first season's dub. I actually liked it more than Japanese voice acting on a rare occasion. But you know, obviously because of licensing issues and its changing holders, it changed. So I hope it still maintains the same cast as last time. I thought all the voices were wonderful.
Oh, nice. Sounds good.
generally also just a big Psyche K fan.
Great, yeah, because I heard all these good things about it, but I have never actually watched it.
It's another very fun and precious little comic character comedy about a psychic kid going to school, and he has all of the psychic superpowers, but you know he's very miserable because he's a big grumpy guy who can't admit that he has fun hanging out with his friends. And also he never talks, he only has interior monologue, so everyone simply sort of interprets what they think he wants when he's around.
Oh, that's great. Also, this bell is taunting me. I think if I remember correctly, the bell only rings when in online mode somebody else is beating this dragon.
Ah.
Yeah, so everybody else is beating this gargoyle already, and I'm not. Oh god, that was stupid. I think I can. Oh Jesus, that's terrible.
Oh no.
Oh boy, you're wrong.
Oh, he like flicks his tail when he gets up in the air. That's rough.
Really should play a little bit of Dark Souls for myself.
But kill. That's also the last Estus mask right here.
Oh my.
Also, speaking of dogs, the German Beastar dub was really nice.
Oh,
I watched the Beastars one like on Netflix when it came out. In the German dub, it's really good. Mighty good time. Oh, did any of you two hear about the German Neon Genesis Evangelion dub?
I didn't.
Oh, okay,
Nope.
because that was a lot of fun. Because Evangelion came back to Netflix, and that was a big deal. Because now it's finally available for people. Before you had to get like a DVD that was out of print, or like a Blu-ray that was way too expensive.
Yeah.
So now finally, woof, we got it on Netflix. But yeah, they also needed a new dub for it. So yeah, the Germans made a new one, and it was terrible.
Oh
It
no.
was not good. And they even, like, if you look at some of the casters, some of them are like newcomers to voice acting. And I think like, oh god, why did you put like such a big like role and burden like on these poor guys?
Oh no. Is there a previous Ava dub in German?
Exactly, because there is one, and it's a very professionally done one, which is very beloved by a lot of people. And that was the one I had watched initially when I saw Evangelion when I was like 16 or so, because the original dub has like a whole like S rank high super duper VA cast. And because Germany is like a very dub country as well, like we have like really good voice actors. If we manage to get the good dub together, like we can do good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think the problem I find with the German voice acting scene in general is sometimes that the number of actors we employ for major motion pictures can be extremely limited. So sometimes you watch 3 movies in a row with the same protagonist and the same secondary protagonist voice, and you just look at it and go, it's not a bad performance, but it is the same performance.
Yeah, that I can feel. And for me, at least, German is not fitted for like rom-coms and some like romantic comedies. Like, it sounds, I don't want to say cringy, but out of place really fast. I think for me the issue with German is that it's sometimes very hard to get the tone right. Yeah, and it's one thing that I think many dubs struggle with. But I think for like sci-fi series or like serious things, like German can be very good. For example, I'm very fond of the German Ghost in the Shell dub, as well as the new like Lupin the Third dub that they have.
You
Like,
know,
those are great. But
Is
yeah,
there-
others are just no, stop. It's not good.
is there a German dub of Monster?
Monster, they should be, right?
I mean, I think if there's any anime where it makes sense, that feels like the one, right?
Yeah, because it plays
Both in
right?
tone and, yes, because canonically everyone is speaking German the entire time.
It apparently doesn't have one.
Yeah, that's crazy. There should be a German monster dub.
There
That just
should
makes
be.
sense.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think we only got the manga like start of last year or something. Right?
Really? No. We definitely got it. I remember the back of all of my Detective Conan manga volumes were ads for Monster.
Ah, okay. So, it's a re-release. Okay. Good to know.
Distinct childhood memory of this series that looked way too edgy for 12-year-old me and made me scared in the back of the volumes.
Oh yeah, that's the usual problem with Germany, that sometimes they got like good stuff, but way too early. So yeah, the license is just dead, or just never coming back. Yeah, as usual, Germans just not licensing the good stuff. But that's an issue all in itself.
I mean, you certainly found some stuff on German bookshelves when you went to the manga section.
And sometimes I ask myself, how did this get here and why?
Sorry, we can't have an official dub for Monster, but we can have one for Kiss Exis. I do not actually know whether Kiss Exis has a German dub. I don't want to know either.
I know the Bible Black has one.
Wait, I'm 90% sure I've seen bits of the German Bible Black dub.
Yeah.
That's just legendary. I think it definitely rivals the American one. Kiss what? You heard us.
We will not repeat this foul name up in here. This
Actually,
is a pure Christian stream.
No, actually, I think you're not supposed to say the X.
Ah, it's like Hunter x Hunter.
Oh, don't even get me started on that. You know, I spend... Maybe Ali knows about this. I spent like a solid hour or two once in call with someone compiling every different version that an X has been pronounced in the title of an anime or manga, and we came up with 13 or 14 different ones on the list.
Oh, I can so much imagine that, because but some of them I still am not sure how to pronounce this. Like, isn't there like a card game called Vixos? That still
It's
makes
called
me...
Wicross.
Okay, yeah, because because the thing is, if you pronounce it like I just did, it
Yeah.
sounds like masturbation in German.
Yes, it's Wicross, meaning it's pronounced like a cur. And sometimes
Yeah.
it's also a cross, or the Greek letter key, or a k, or a kiss, or the most baffling title for a manga I've ever seen, which to this day, no one I've ever talked to can figure out how to pronounce. Heart, X, heart, equal sign, like female symbol.
Ah,
I don't know. Please help me. I don't know.
please help the man.
What the hell is that supposed to be said like?
I have absolutely no clue. I think I'm taking the Morning Star because I think my sword is dead.
Oh no.
Because it says like weapon at stake or something, weapon at risk, and I think it's broken. Or the Morning Star just has no combo, or it's just a big beating stick.
Plump.
Yeah, I think I'm going to the blacksmith that is ding donging down there, and probably gonna ask if he can fix my sword. Oh, I think I forgot that I'm supposed to take during the gargoyle fight the like sword in both hands, because it makes more damage. Because I won't be needing the shield anyway, because I'm dodge rolling the whole time.
Mm.
Yeah. Also, I can probably ask Tequila now. How do you pronounce Spy X Family then?
Well,
Is it Spy X Family or Spy Family?
It is Spy Family.
Just Spy Family. Okay. I learned something
Yeah.
new today.
Ah, man. That X thing still gets me. I held on to saying the X in every title on purpose for a long time, just out of spite.
Oh, I can
If you
imagine.
put the letter there, then you're damn well supposed to pronounce it. If you didn't want people to say it, don't put it in the title then.
Exactly. That's my point. I also learned like 1 or 2 years ago that you're not supposed to pronounce the X in Hunter X Hunter. But because for me, because I only saw like the title written out somewhere, like on a manga shelf or anime or whatever. So for me, that was pronounced in my head. To me, that series is called Hunter X Hunter. But
Yeah.
apparently, that's not how that works.
Mm.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what the worst one is?
Triple X.
XXX Holic
Oh
is
yeah.
just called Holic.
Why? I thought it was called. I think it was called like XXXholic. Why is it
You're
not?
just supposed to pronounce it Holic.
That's
You don't
stupid.
say any of the three X's.
Why? No, I'm actually bamboozled now. Why are you not supposed to pronounce them?
I'm as clueless as you here. Don't shoot the messenger.
Why?
Good morning.
Tom.
Good
afternoon.
morning, Tom. How are you?
Good evening.
I severely miscalculated time zones.
Oh, no. But as usual, it's in the Garcast spirit of joining time zone bamboozlements.
Yeah, who knows what the fuck a country is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just made up lines anyway.
A place without borders, where soldiers can be soldiers.
Oh fuck. Are we on a Middle Gear bint?
No, we're actually talking about X's. Not the Scott Pilgrim kind, the kind that you find in manga titles but aren't supposed to say.
Like Hunter
Oh,
X
like
Hunter.
Hunter x Hunter. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Spy X
Or-
Family, or not just
Or
Spy Family.
XXX Holic.
What?
You're not supposed to say the X's in that, you're just supposed to call it Holic.
Huh.
Yeah,
Seems
same.
like a waste
That's
of
what I'm
ink.
thinking.
Yeah, it's crazy. Why would you put them there? There's so many of them. Also, by the law of Japanese X pronunciation, you are allowed to call the Xbox the crossbow.
It's a crossbow.
Crossbow, huh?
A crossbow. Eh?
It's right there in the rules.
That's good. We
I feel
stand
like
crossbow.
if you'd walk into a room and call the Xbox a crossbow, someone would stand up and threaten to fight you.
Let them. I wasn't raised a coward.
Oh, nice.
You know, I had people threatening to fight me just for dropping the triple X holic fact on them.
Oh boy. Yeah, I learned that, for Tom, I learned that, 1 or 2 years ago, that you're not supposed to mention the X in Hunter x Hunter.
I still say the X because it's funny.
Yeah, same. I think it's...
Yeah, most of the time, me too. It's right there.
Yeah, so why not pronounce it?
Well, it's a waste of ink otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gargoyle time.
We're proud not to be speaking French here. We want to pronounce all of our letters.
Hell yeah. If you say l'hôpital to me one more time, swear to God.
What exactly? Le Pétain?
Yeah.
Yeah. The hospital.
Yeah.
L'hôpital. Okay. That's good.
Yeah, don't mind me murdering the French language as well.
I'm gonna do murder more than murder, just their language. A personal vendetta against the French.
For me, it's
Look,
often,
same, but
for me, it's often the issue that okay, but why do they have such a good manga selection then? Like, why do they all license the good stuff? That's just not fair.
yeah, I mean, to be fair, if I did speak French, buying manga would be a lot easier. Buying anime would be a lot easier.
Yeah. Just like, hey, do
But
you
you don't
want
even know if
all
those
of
French
Berserk?
translations
15
are any
euro.
good.
The French
Yeah,
translations
they're great.
tend to be nice. Like, I have a few. Like, for example, I still don't know how they can just get all of these prices, but apparently they can. Maybe because like their market is like so big, and the French just do like their comics. For example, like the Blu-ray of Berserk costs 15 euros. Blu-ray Berserk, 15 euros. Yeah, they could just print that.
That's
Because I think
Be like
people are
50
buying.
the
15
Japanese price.
15 euros for an episode in Germany.
Yeah.
And 150 euros for a Blu-ray set in Japan.
Mhm.
Minimum.
Yeah, well, it's like, I remember the Gundam Unicorn OVAs. I think it was like, it's like, they're like longer episodes or whatever, but it's still like, oh, you want one episode of this OVA? Yeah, that's $20. So that's like, I guess, 10 euro-ish. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that it's the same with like some German anime publishers are now releasing some like older classic anime. For example, they just released Gangutsu, the Count of Monte Cristo. I'm very happy about because the German dub sounds good. But yeah, that's like 40 euros for 6 episodes.
Oof.
And it's like, it hurts. Stop. Oh, I fell off. Whoops.
You know that's the lead singer of the Stranglers in the Gankatsuwa intro?
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, the Stranglers, known for songs such as Peaches and also Golden
Demo
Brown.
Hero.
Oh yeah. Interesting.
Peaches?
Peaches.
Oh, it's a song about walking down the beach and looking at women's butts.
Ah.
The Stranglers, 2 types of songs they make always struck me as very fascinating.
What, horny and horny?
Yeah, cause I mean, no, I think like something like Golden Brown is very like metatextual. What's he talking about? It's metaphorical. It's very melancholic, and then the other one is very crass and vulgar.
The duality of man.
Yeah, you know, at least with I understand it woven for a band like Blue Oyster Cult, where they just I guess pick one of their lead singers. Pick which member is gonna be lead singer and songwriter today by Dart. So you have you have a bunch of different types of songs because obviously each of the members just do their songs with the rest of the band backing them up. But with the Stranglers, I'm pretty sure they have one lead singer and one songwriter. So I guess they just like going many different directions.
Oh, I thought it was some
You're not a big band. You can get away with that.
chanson singer. But I might be wrong. Oh, let me pass. Oh yeah, also Tom, I made it to the gargoyles with a lot of big ouch, but somehow I made it. And I'm now, I think, on my 3rd or 4th try of the gargoyles.
Nice. You've done a little elevator down to the shrine.
Yes. Let's see if we can actually do something.
Great runs to gargoyles.
Okay, right now, which I'm happy about. I remember this sort of being a lot worse before.
Well, you're a much better player now.
He seems to have a lot of big openings after he does anything, so I think it's just getting your spacing right and you'll be good.
That's the point. You get up close to them and sort of dodge around with them, and then the idea is the second one comes down when you should be sort of comfortable with the first one.
Wrong.
Oh no.
Also remembered your good little tip of having the sword in 2 hands, because I'm not needing the shield right here.
Yeah, the shield's not going to be doing much, so we'll eke out as much extra damage as we can get. I don't know what it's like in remastered, but I've got really easy bosses to find summons for in the original version as well.
Oh, that was a stupid death. Okay, but I'm doing things. That's okay.
Good progress.
I mean, I'm still behind on Twitch stream, so to me, you're still alive.
That's good. I think the stream is kind of far behind. It must be at least like 10 seconds or so.
Yeah, it is. There's a bit of delay, but that's fine.
It's okay. Yeah, that was a very stupid death, right? Earlier we were talking about, because this is our 5th anniversary of Garcast.
Which is crazy.
Which is crazy.
Oh, big cheers.
Yeah, we done do. And yeah, we kind of reminiscing about good old times and how we all started. And that I basically came up with the idea, well, I'm gonna start another podcast with people who like the things that I like. And messaged 3 people on Twitter, and boom, there we are. So yeah, I wanted to ask you, do you remember sort of the incident, or how do you remember the first times?
Yeah, I mean, I do remember it because, I mean, at the time, I sort of had met a lot of people through Discord, and I'd sort of come to Twitter incidentally. And then so I think I was following you, because I was like, I'm kind of sick of everyone posting about... I don't know what everyone was posting about at the time.
Some seasonal stuff, or...
It might have been Euphonium, because, I mean, I like Euphonium, but, like, I just want to see something else. And then it was like, oh, here's this person posting about, I don't know, I think it was just JoJo at the time, and
Oh,
then
yeah,
Fist of the North Star, and I was like, oh, sweet. And then I think you did like a post where like if you liked it, you wrote like a message, like a handwritten message to the person.
Ah, yeah. I think I remember.
Yeah.
This.
So that was, I'd had like very small interactions with you, and then that you wrote like quite a genuine letter, and I was like, oh, that's nice. And then it wasn't long after that that I got the DM. I can probably go back and find it even. I don't get any Twitter DMs, so it's not going to be hard to find.
Let me just say, I think I am gonna head out now. It's been
Oh.
very fun talking.
Yes.
Have a nice evening.
I
Lovely
hope
to
you guys
catch up.
have a nice evening too.
Yeah,
Yep.
you too. Have a good time. See you around.
Yep, see you around. Goodbye, chat. Goodbye, everyone here. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, very formal, Elena, here on August 25th, 2016. Hi, Iago. I tweeted it, but I'd like to ask you personally too. Would you be interested in a podcast about manly anime? The idea would be, how do we get into it? What's the appeal? What do we love about it? I'm still looking for other podcast partners about that topic.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
such
it was
a
like
straight
just
to the point
before I
message.
started.
Nice.
Yeah.
I remember replying to you like, yeah, this is really cool. I'm starting uni in like 2 weeks, so I have no idea how much time I have. But like,
Yeah. I think my reply on Twitter was pretty bare bones. It's like, oh yeah, like organization sticks or whatever, I'm all good. I think in the Discord I said like, yeah, I have like no experience and I'm in a shit time, so you should. So like I understand if you want to pick someone else.
Like, I had a very basic, but kind of neat like introduction to podcast with the German with the anime cast that Nobu was doing back then. So it was like the basics that I really got. But yeah, I'm very happy that the message is still still exists in Twitter DMs.
honestly, the scariest thing about it being 5 years is that the blue snowball mic that I bought for Garcast, I'm still using, and it still works. So that was a good like £30 investment for my mic.
Yeah. I'm glad I caught up to you like 3 years into the podcast. And got one as well.
Oh, neat. Yeah, I have the Yeti one, and I still have that. It still does its job like after 5 years, which is also pretty amazing. I think it's not a snowball, but the kind of thing that stands.
The like tube mic thing.
Yeah, it's sort of a tubed pill shaped
Yeah.
big thing. I think nobody's in chat anymore, right? Because I don't know if the chat
No
is
one
stuck.
posted since the guy who was very keen on the emojis.
Oh yeah, maybe he's gone.
Someone was just vibing with emojis, huh?
They. I don't think they were from like Twitter or anything. I think they just were looking through Dark Souls streams.
I
and
think so.
They.
I think people still look through like Dark Souls streams to like look for the first timers or whatever.
Yeah. But I hope they still had a good time. Nice.
I was definitely on the eye out to see if they posted anything ban-worthy before.
Yeah, thank you.
They had that kind of vibe.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean everyone on Twitch is like ready to just spout a slur at any moment. So you
Yeah.
really do just have to keep a quick eye on them.
Yeah, so thank you for looking out.
No
Because
worries.
you have more to pounds.
Yeah.
I'm stuck.
Oh. Twitch is sorting streamers not by like the number of viewers, but by recommended for me.
Ah.
So the number one is a guy called Gay for Games. And honestly, solidarity.
Solidarity.
That's good.
Man, there's like 3 VTubers? That's crazy.
Like, I would be so up on board the starting a VTuber thing, but like having a character that actually looks like Noi, like I don't know, like
That would be
big buff.
There's a like independent VTubers aren't huge, but they are still like very much like an approachable thing. The technology and stuff for it is pretty open, and like commissions to get your like avatar made aren't like obscene.
Yeah, I saw so.
Like a good friend of like Gil and I's, like he set up one a while ago, and he sort of bounces between like YouTube and Twitch. And I don't usually get a chance to watch, but he's still like doing decently well for himself.
Nice. Yeah, I'm following like 2 smaller male VTuber ones. The big lion guy and the orc Elena. Like
He looks
random
Sailorman's
shape.
nice, actually.
They're really nice both. I am dead.
Yeah. I think VTubing provides an interesting window to a lot of people who want to stream, but sort of like want to get around the pressures of the face cam.
Oh yeah, totally.
And I just sort of don't want themselves to be their their own image, even if they don't, even if they just go camless, there's something else there.
Oh yeah, definitely. And also I think a persona can really help. Like having like a small barrier to just keep yourself like nice and protected.
Yeah, it provides that degree of separation.
Ow. Oh, I got the big knife happening. Ooh, that's bad. That's bad.
I got the boulder's knife.
That's very nice.
Like I don't even remember. Should I supposed to be beating like the big knight and the wizard guy here, or should I just supposed to be running through?
I mean, if you want to fight them and you're good at it, you can. But it's usually easier just to get through.
Yeah, I can imagine.
They both respawn, so it's not like it's particularly worth it. I might recommend burning a couple of humanity to kindle that little bonfire that you're at next time you go back.
Yeah. I think
It's a pretty central bonfire. Like you'll use it a lot. So it's definitely one that I kindled. It's quite useful.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I think I still have to do the humanity. I think I forgot how to do that.
You can just pop. Yeah, you can use it from the inventory. You can put it on your hotbar and use it as well, because it technically functions as healing. It's a full heal no matter what health you're on. It's just a very slow animation.
Big miss timing.
You see a lot of speedrunners like have the humanities on their hotbar as a healing item, just because they're yes.
I think I can't even see like how many viewers are we on right now. Is anybody watching?
Just 5.
Oh, nice. Well, hello everybody who's in chat lurking. You're very welcome.
Can we bring up users in chat? We can check. There's some people
Oh, yeah,
I
I
don't
forgot to-
recognize.
We just talked about like kindle the bonfire. Like, God damn.
Well, I won't call out any chat members by name. I'm not rude. I'm not gonna castrate you for lurking. Lord knows I used to do it a lot.
Use the humanity. Ching. Okay.
You need to use 2.
Reverse hollowing. Yes.
Yeah, you need to reverse hollowing and then you can kindle a bonfire. You need to burn 2 on it.
Oh no, wait, I need another humanity for that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I need to use the humanity from the inventory.
Yeah. It was... I figured I'd just, like, give you that tip because this bonfire is used for, like, a whole bunch of shit, so it's, like, pretty good to have.
Yeah, good. Yeah. Now we have 10 Estus flasks. Nice. Oh,
Yeah, that jump between 5 and 10 is quite substantial at a low level.
Also, I can now see like my whole big schnoz in all its glory. Look at it. Beautiful. I love it. It has the Zawa spirit.
The Zawa imbibe me.
Okay, so now we run back.
Yeah. You might be able to keep an eye out for summon signs as well if you want to bring a friend along.
Oh yeah, ouch. How do they look like?
They basically just look like little graffiti on the ground. They usually stand in front of the door, or even if you just run straight through. Solia has one by the boss room. You'll be able to get. So.
Is it the bloodstains on the ground? No, that's how someone died.
No, it's like a white. It's either white or yellow, and it's basically just like squiggled writing on the ground. Oh, you got backstabbed.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I think I haven't seen any summons.
Yeah, if you're human, you won't notice that. If you're not human, you can't see them. Oh no.
No.
What a time to lose that.
What? That's bad. Oh lord. Yeah, I died in a pretty beautiful way.
Oh well. At the very least, you've got those. You've got the Estus flasks.
Yes. I think the 10 Estus flask gonna help a lot. Oh man, I'm still very happy about the DM that you read to me. It's like, it feels so formal in a way. It's like very politely written.
It is, yeah, and like it changes. It starts like keeps very like keeps very formal and stuff for a start, and then I think the first couple like uploads and stuff I sent to you through DM on Discord.
Mm-hmm.
I sent you a fanfiction link. What the fuck? Story not found.
What?
Oh, I know what I sent you. We were chatting about this story. That sort of had this Mary Sue character, and she like refused, and like there's like a lot of reviews like sort of bringing it up, and she got like really combative with the reviews.
Was that the Fire Emblem self-insert one?
It was, yeah.
Something like this. Yeah. Oh, that's resurrecting some dark memory from some corner of my brain, because I remember reading that and so like, okay, yeah, self-insert fantasy is like one thing, but that's like a person who like wrote a whole, like stats and everything. It's like, ooh, look how awesome I am, and I have like one sword. Yeah.
Yeah, no, sorry, this was a guy. I was thinking of a different story. We definitely chatted about the one I mentioned before, but this was a guy, yeah, that just built like 1 million stats into a story, and like changed the perspectives like three times in like one chapter.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, and then it just goes on to us like
Excuse me.
chatting.
I'm still stuck on those stairs.
A message from Elena in 2017. I only briefly touched the fandom in my bachelor's thesis when I explained the middle level of having in-universe shipper fans in Sherlock Season 3. How it comes back around, huh?
Came back to haunt you 4 years later. Yeah, because I remember that. Because I initially had that as a positive point that included the fandom like within the show as a meta commentary. But yeah, in hindsight, like it's making fun of its own fandom, really.
Yeah. Well, you got me to read like a book and an article basically on like fan writing and that stuff like that.
Ooh, nice.
To the point where I was like considering making like a video
Cool.
on fan writing because I got like some links off Joe, the funniest man alive, at one point as well. So.
Oh, nice. Okay, I'm doing good. This could be a run for the gargoyle. If it's, we don't know if it's gonna work, but at least we have reached the gargoyle. That is something. Earlier we had already done a little bit of Moffat bashing because we were talking about the very important Doctor Who Sherlock things. And then also, oh no, the second guard doesn't quite. Oh shit!
Oh no! Oh, you're left.
So yeah, I have
Talking about Moffat, they're like, yeah, the gargoyle was always here.
Have you seen the Dracula already? The Moffat Dracula?
No, I don't think I'm gonna have time to watch the Dracula.
Oh.
I really wanted to go back and rewatch the Jekyll.
Oh,
But like finding a torrent, I mean a legal version of it is fucking nigh on impossible. And I'm not like paying for a TV license to see if it's maybe on the BBC. Like,
but doesn't the BBC iPlayer right now have this tick box that just says, "Do you have a license? Yes, no."
Yeah, it's had that for years.
Yes,
yeah.
and then
I remember being like, obviously having a TV license at home, but being like 10, watching BBC iPlayer and being very confused if I was meant to tick yes or no. I didn't want to get in trouble if we didn't.
It's the license police. They're coming.
Yeah. No, so I decided, I was like, I know, I've got like some Doctor Who on DVD. I'll go back and watch some of those.
Like, I actually own Jekyll on DVD.
Oh my, what the fuck?
Ancient artifacts.
Yeah, ancient
This
artifacts.
is fucking cursed artifacts. Holy shit.
Yeah, the reason for that is because I actually liked it back in the day, and with Jekyll was just released when Sherlock was announced to run in German television. So I was like, oh yeah, I should like watch it because I can't 1 or 2 episodes in German television. So yeah, I'm gonna watch the whole thing and then go watch Sherlock. Oh, how the turns have tabled!
Yeah, I sat down and watched it. What was the recommendation of? Someone had it on like a flash drive. and
Classic.
the flash drive. I have a sneaking suspicion, like a lot of bad things I watched, it might have been to try and impress someone I wanted to date. But yeah, it's he smokes a lot at random times, is what I remember.
I remember that the Lion King plays a big role.
Yeah. No, the thing with the Doctor Who episodes, I like watched a couple of the like older ones, like the one-offs he was doing, or the like two shots he was doing, and I was like, oh, like I can see why people were so keen to get into writing things like Sherlock or becoming a full-time writer on Doctor Who.
Yeah, I just. But yeah, we're talking about
Yeah.
it. Like his World War II one is like great from reboot season 1. Like the Getterson.
Yeah, the Lost
Gas-
Child episode or whatever it's called.
Yeah, the gas mask one.
Yeah. Then there's, Silence in the Library, which is like a big one. It's pretty well directed. It's kind of like a horror. Like he did the and Don't Blink, like two kind of like more horror orientated episodes of Doctor Who, and like everyone's like, oh cool, this is like good vibes. Everyone's like we've got these different kinds of episodes. Everything feels quite different. And then of course it being sort of the early 2010s when it was announced that like he was like going to take over full time, everyone's like, well, I'm dark and mature, like so naturally I want someone who is dark and mature to take over writing everything, because everyone was expecting, what if Doctor Who was fucked up, and instead we got what if Doctor Who was fucked up.
But not in a good way.
Not in a good way. Yeah, I rewatched just like my favorite Fuster Clock, which was the Pandora's Box episode. Where like fucking Rory steps out in a fucking Roman Legion's outfit. I'm like, oh yeah, this is fucking stupid.
Oh god, you just unearthed some unholy memory of a dark corner of my brain.
Yeah, season 5, baby. What the fuck?
Yeah, because I told Tully before, but I have a problem with like Rory and Amy, because to me they overstayed their welcome several times until I've reached the point
Rory at
of-
least does the duty of disappearing for a while. Amy's around too long and 2 doctors.
Yeah, and
It's like, okay, Rose is there for like 2 seasons.
Yeah.
And there's shorter seasons. The seasons have a lot more like disconnected episodes, so it doesn't feel like she's in the story for like quite as long. And she comes back a couple times, but she's kind of resolved out of the story. And then we get to do Martha and we get to do Donna and that kind of stuff. But then we get Rory and Amy for like 3 fucking seasons or something.
yeah,
Something like that.
At least.
There's at least like 3 big season finales with them.
yeah, and everything just gets progressively worse. Like I want to kind of keep my rants for like the actual episode. But
Which is fair, yeah.
But I have one coming up right now, and that one being, oh god, like the thing with the Roman centurion. Oh shit! Oh shit! I got the tail eggs. Oh fuck!
Oh, and the stream is behind. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm gonna refresh the stream and see if it catches up a little bit.
Oh, very nice. Getting Monster Hunter tail cut.
Yeah, that's there's a few bosses in the game that have the tail cut, and cutting the tail off the gargoyle actually does make it significantly easier because he just loses a move, which is cool.
I cannot do this.
It's not a particularly good weapon, but it is a weapon. Maybe gargoyle can drop like a helmet, he can drop a halberd and a shield,
I remember.
as well as the tail axe.
I remember getting the helmet like the first time.
Yeah,
Is it like a-
the helmet's cool. It's not like amazing or anything. There's no like gargoyle armor set. That's just all there is basically.
but I have the X now. That's nice.
It's a noodly X. But give us that rant. Give us the Rory rant.
Oh yeah. I don't remember because you said the word Pandora's box and something just clicked and went off.
Yeah, that fucking storyline.
Oh god. I think if it was, I think it was Amy in the box. What's in the box? It's Amy, and she had to be protected for 2,000 years or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Rory did that as like an immortal centurion. Something I dislike. I remember that he sort of had to protect the box and wait for it to open. So basically, he was just standing around a lot for decades, centuries, millennia.
Yeah.
And then the hacking box opens, and it's supposed to be like this emotional moment, like, oh yeah, the lovers are reunited, and yada yada. But I remember that Amy is just so, like, pissed and ungrateful at Rory, and I think, like, dude, girl, we need to talk. Like, this guy just stood there for 2,000 years for your ass to come back out of the box, and you're just gonna yell at the guy. No, I would have dropped her, like, right there. No, you don't do that. The end. Amy, bad girlfriend. Rory, go somewhere else. Like, no, imagine that you're in the box. You are protecting this box with your dang ass girlfriend in it for 2,000 years, which is a lot of time, to be quite honest. Like 2,000 times 365. That's a lot of days. Together with
Just a few.
A few days. Even if you are immortal, that's a lot of days. And then she comes out and she's miffed. No, we're not having that. Like, I remember being very upset at that. I still am. Like, no, you don't treat your boyfriend this way. Like, am I the only one here?
No, I think that's very fair. It's a very funny episode, and like I said, like rewatching some of the season 5 Moffat episodes, the season 4 and 3 ones, like they have some kind of restraint. Like I said, the Silence in the Library and Don't Blink. It's like very much like, oh, okay, like he knows he's got a limited time. He knows he's sort of got to wrap it up. He'll introduce some dumb fucking bullshit.
As usual.
As usual. Let's not get into the doctor's wife. I
have a whole monologue for River Song.
we'll look forward to that.
And like Lisa, I like Silence in the Library, but she is introduced there, annoyingly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's sweet. Silence in the Library has also had I know I'm sure you're familiar with the BBC does the releases of the single or 2 episodes or whatever, just kind of on a DVD separately.
Oh yeah, I got a few.
Yeah, Silence in the Library has actually had that. It's quite cool.
Alright.
Yeah. But speaking of Don't Blink, I was like, that's a cool one-off concept. I sure hope they never bring it back again.
Together with New York,
Stephen Moffat, I'm gonna fucking strangle you. Stephen Moffat, I'm gonna beat the shit. You're gonna fucking die.
Oh god, I have a good anecdote for that. We should probably keep this for the podcast.
Yeah.
Because
don't worry, I'll keep this anger up. I'm gonna...
Yeah, same.
Anger up.
I'm gonna give you just a hint what it is. When I was in London around Christmas time, on vacation, I wasn't the big... Is it Barnes & Noble store? The really big one in London, which is 5 stores.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
All the rich people products.
Yeah, the one of the fancy ones in like it's in like it's not it's in
Really close
it's in
to
one of the
Tiffany
central
Circle.
districts or whatever. Yeah.
What is it called?
It's like in the Westminster district or whatever. It's like in with the big
Harrods, that's it.
I think so.
Harrods, yeah. It's in with the other like big like fancy department stores. There's
Yeah.
that one that's full of like tea and like different types of tea and coffee, which is boring,
Yeah.
but also like very bougie.
Extremely. And just by coincidence, there was a panel by Doctor Who novelists, 5 of them, who came to sign books, and I got one of them. I took the one who did the 10th Doctor like side story, got it signed. I think I have it still somewhere here on my shelf. Haven't read it
Very
yet
nice.
in like 5 years, but it's yeah, I still have.
But it's signed.
But it's signed, and it has this memory attached to it. And yeah, the panel went into like really nice like tangents on how to do non-canonical writing, or sort of like half canon. How do you interact with a franchise and such, because they're not like mainline stories but side stories and such. So it was really interesting. And yeah, I remember one of them like telling an anecdote about Stephen Moffat and the Angels, and like yeah, the whole room had a good time. He was like, "Oh yeah, I can see that."
Okay. We'll get that anecdote when we record.
Yeah, we'll get that on the proper podcast when we record it. Oh yeah, it's I can see it from down here. It's called Beautiful Creatures. It's like a 10th Doctor novel. Still haven't read it, but
Yeah.
yeah, I have it signed on my book shelf.
Do we do any of us have like any links to like Tumblr fandoms and stuff for Doctor Who? Because that's a whole different beast.
Not really.
No, because Tumblr was kind of outside of my. I tried to use it. I'm like, wow, this website has a shit UI, and then I just never really got to it.
Yeah, that was my same experience with Tumblr too. It's just, I found it never to be accessible, and I think that was good because that site just sounds like a hellhole. Because yeah, I think there are different like YouTubers who like look into stuff, but I think most of them have only been like Sarah Z and Isis. They have only done videos on like Sherlock and Supernatural and stuff, but I think I don't have seen a Doctor Who one yet.
Yeah, I think Doctor Who's probably the most like polarizing out of that Super Who-lock bracket. Like it's silly in like a way you can't really play off the same way. Yeah.
Because I mean, as far as I've heard, the Doctor Who fandom, did they have like any like big drama or something? Like a big falling out? Because at least like Sherlock has the whole Who-lock conspiracy, and Supernatural has like a whole like incest shipping and the ending and whatever.
I don't know why people are mad about the Supernatural ending. It's just dude's rock. Like, he just gets to drive his car forever. Like, power to him.
Yeah, but I definitely will also rewatch the H-Bomber Guy video on Sherlock for all the Moffat insights.
Long ass video.
Yeah, it's
From
a
what
It is a
remember.
long ass video. But I remember it does have some interesting things about Moffat, so I might actually have to check it out.
Yeah, same. For me, I have to look into it again that Moffat's wife is the producer and his godmother is some higher up at the BBC, I think. So it's
That's just normal BBC shit, though. Like, if you have a job in British media, whether you're a columnist or like a BBC producer, your children and their grandchildren have a job in media
Yeah.
in the UK. It is very nepotistic.
Sure is.
I mean, look at like Amber Rudd and Flora Gill.
Yeah.
Flora Girl does nothing, but she is a media celebrity.
Okay, I'm not familiar with this one. What do they do? What does she do?
Amber Rudd's like this like horribly evil person, basically. And Floor Girl just goes on Twitter and talks about having sex, and it's like, okay, whatever.
Yay!
But then like her mother is also on Twitter, which is Amber Rudd, and just like occasionally comes in like, you know, you shouldn't say something like that or whatever. So they've got a podcast actually, so it's just Floor being like,
God.
yes, so then he pumped my pussy full of cum, and her mother, Flora, you should not say that on tape. Oh, mother, you should loosen up.
Oh my. Okay. Yeah, because I kind of remember that with Russell T Davis, this was not the case. Well, yeah.
Probably not like to such a blatant degree.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'd probably also have to like reread some kind of bits because I still have his book called The Writer's Tale about his adventure of writing season 4 and the ending of his run, which is like a whole like book of like email exchanges between him and like another author, and they're very insightful, very interesting, and what his plans are for the season, and how he approaches the dialogue writing and such. It's very interesting.
That sounds cute, actually.
Yeah, so it's a good book.
Amber Rudd is also, you've probably seen this tweet shit around before. So no, I mean, Flora Gill is the person, you've probably seen the tweet shit around before. The person that suggested we make porn for children.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That sounds like...
Real person.
She's normal human being. I fucking wish I was British. Here we go. I'll slap it in the I'll slap it in the Gargoyle's core, just so I don't have to explain it in the freaking main chat. There we go.
To hear me out for this is like she used as a fucking terrible idea.
If your like tweet has to open with "hear me out,"
then you know.
you're already on the defensive. You're already
Yeah.
on the defensive. You know it's gonna go down. She also deleted this like after 10 minutes.
Okay, I've officially made it to the second gargoyle, but he's doing a lot of fire
Oh.
spitting. So
Ooh.
yeah.
I don't remember them having fire. This is spooky.
Yeah, it's probably it's the move they use the most inconsistently. Sometimes they just like slam it out. Sometimes they don't. It's kind of hard.
I need to figure this out, but I think it's decent progress.
Yeah, no, you're doing like really well.
Nice. I think. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I'm interested to dive into like the whole like Doctor Who, Sherlock, Jekyll, like maybe Dracula bits to like revisit all of it is like 5 to 6 years older than before. With like a lot more experience and many a hindsight later.
I'm just looking through like the credits for Doctor Who episodes, and one of the directors of one of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies did one I think is like really well received. Heaven Sent, the Peter Capaldi one. She apparently did that, which is interesting. Written by Stephen Moffat, but like directed.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, directed, yeah.
Oh, cool.
She did the Nightmare on Elm Street movie that's got Gamer Freddy, so it's automatically the best one.
Yes.
Oh, so she understands gaming. So now we have
Yeah.
gaming doctor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, was that confirmed now, or was that sort of a rumor hoax that maybe Richard Ayoade is going to be the next Doctor?
I think he's been
I
thrown
heard-
out.
Nothing. I mean, like, what was her name? Like, I know there's a whole lot of drama with her in regards to.
Oh yeah. Or actually, Judy Whittaker.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, there we
The
go.
new
Yeah.
Doctor, you mean? Because I haven't
Whittaker.
seen anything
If-
of the
if-
new female Doctor and have also stayed away from it for.
I watched a couple
reasons.
episodes. She was okay. Bradley Walsh was way too good for that. Oh my god. National treasure. I stand with Bradley Walsh. I don't know.
Bradley
about
Walsh is
everyone
great.
else.
I have no idea what he's like in Doctor Who, but like he's great.
He's just Walsh. He's just good.
Yeah.
It's like him and his like stepson or whatever. Just having a good time. Having a bad time. But having a good time.
Neat. Oh yeah, and I will ask you as well, Tom, because I had already asked Ali if you haven't seen Dracula as well. So what are your predictions for a moffating of Dracula? What do you think is gonna happen?
Moffating of Dracula. There's gonna be some twist, and like they're not actually gonna be a vampire.
Oh, that's a good
that's
one.
good
Yeah.
Yeah. They are just anemic. Just-
It's just like a dude or whatever.
He's just a dude.
a dude.
I mean, that is what like Bram Stoker's Dracula is about. It's just about a dude.
What if Dracula was a dude? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a dude with like who does investments. That's what the romantic vampire is a dude with investments.
The stocks guy.
Stocks guy. It's just a guy with a crypto wallet. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, if some guy like comes up to you and talks about NME, do not approach him. He is a vampire.
Is blockchain just the new blood? Discuss.
he will compel you to be sexually open, which is the
He'll
opposite.
do
of what
he'll do
dogs
the
guys are.
he'll do the sex hypnosis thing from like the Dilbert author. Did you know about that, by the way? Scott Adams sex hypnosis.
Yeah.
Oh god, please
What's that,
enlighten me.
Elena? Okay, you can find this. It's still up on his old forums, and I will read and let this stand for itself. Scott Adams sex hypnosis. Yeah, there we go. Hypnotizing you to have the best New Year's Day ever.
Wow.
Part 4, the climax.
Oh god.
The opening line is so fucking good. You know I already told the bedroom submissives, hyphenated word, reading this blog to obey my orders tonight and find a way to thank me. This group is quivering in anticipation and has my permission to enjoy the evening. You are my favorites. Be good. For those of you who felt anti-aroused reading this blog series, I recognize your brain wiring as no by reflex personality type, and in part 2, I hypnotized you to not enjoy your New Year's celebration, or the following day, with deeply satisfying orgasms. If you enjoy yourself sexually during this holiday, it means I am controlling you with my hypnosis, and this group doesn't want that, so keep your sex drive to yourself, if you can.
Oh my.
That
And
sounds.
this goes on for so fucking long, by the way.
This is also just a guy with a blog.
He is a type of guy. He is the world's like most successful comic. He got a pool shaped like Dilbert. He made a thing called the Dill Burrito.
Oh my god! I didn't hear about the Dill burrito.
Yeah, it's a fucking burrito.
Wait, I'm just gonna look this up. Is Dilbert like the one strange
The weird looking
guy
office guy.
that-
Yeah. Oh
That
my
guy.
God, he's got a Wikipedia entry.
But why though? What the
Spicy Indian Dill burrito.
Yeah, he like got obsessed with the concept of a burrito, not as like Mexican food, but as the parcel for any kind of food that he desired.
Oh, he's one of those
As
guys.
like the most it's the most efficient way to consume food.
I'm gonna look at the Dilbert wiki because it's come up. I need to know what's on the Dilbert wiki.
Wait, I'm gonna just send out a tweet again that we are still running.
I'm still talking about Dilbert. Please join.
Yeah, I'm still
Yes.
talking about Scott Adams' sex hypnosis. Anyone in chat, you will come.
We have hypnosed you. That it works. 100%.
Yo, Boris posting juiced up Willem Dafoe.
Oh, damn.
I just realized I hadn't seen that. I clicked on shitpost to look at the picture of Green Goblin with the huge cheeks.
I also need me to get like Junji Ito, William Dafoe. Like, I need that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so this is going. This is going. This one I can close. Yeah, sorry for everybody else. I'm just noodling around here in my settings.
We like the noodle.
There was someone on your screen.
Who?
Oh, they disappeared.
Dilbert. Yeah, this guy. What in the shit?
Here to say hi.
Oh.
Man, the Dilbert wiki, it's pretty comprehensive.
Yeah,
yes.
well, because Scott Adams wrote a lot of books. Yeah. Oh yeah, I think it's canonical that Dilbert's fucked like once.
Oh. Well then. I think that is important lore that I could not live without.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I worry about my output of like art and stuff. Then at other times I wonder, how do some people like have webcomics for like 40 years?
That's a good question. Just put it out. You put out whatever comes to your mind.
Yeah, the same like newspaper comics. It's like, okay.
Have you heard about this thing called Garfield?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, the thing is with, like, those is, like, there's a couple good ideas and the rest is, like, probably he woke up and was like, fuck, I gotta write, like, 20 Garfields today. What is Garfield gonna do today?
This will be lasagna kit.
Just that, God, what is it?
Can I do this?
Yeah, just like that, Tails gets trolled scene, but like rather than like Shadow or whatever, it's like Jim Davis. It's like Jim, wake up, we fucked up.
I'm just gonna try to defeat this knight here. Not sure if it works, but there will be an attempt. Also, it might be that my screen looks a little bit orange.
Not really, no.
So
I mean, the
it's just-
area has, like, got an orange kind of tinge to it, the sunlight.
Yeah, it's just the sunlight.
Oh, because I have like the screen protector on.
Oh, yeah,
yeah, black,
that's
yeah.
that doesn't record, I think.
Oh, cool! I defeated the knight.
Oh, that little item behind him's a Firekeeper's Soul. If you go back down to the shrine, you can upgrade your Estus, and it heals for more.
Ooh, that's cool. Oh yeah, the Firekeeper Soul, there it is. So, I go back to the bonfire with this?
You go back down to Firelink Shrine, and then that little lady under the bonfire.
Okay, wait. Then I'm gonna noodle back down there. No, wait, Firelink Shrine is...
The one you start at.
Ah, yeah, it's the one we have to take the elevator down, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so elevator time it is. Oops. That's nice. But yeah, I'm very much on board, by the way, that Dracula is not a vampire in the Moffat.
Uh-huh. That
I-
does sound good, I guess.
I was watching when I was in Europe, Boris and I were watching a playthrough of the like latest David Cage game.
Oh, right, yeah.
And I had to leave before we finished it. And Boris is like, "Oh, what are your bets on how the story goes before we leave?" And I was like, "I know David Cage." Spoilers for what's it called? Beyond Two Souls? Not Beyond Two Souls. Detroit.
yeah.
Spoilers for Detroit.
Oh, yeah.
Become Human. I'm like, that little girl's not a robot. No, she is a robot. The little girl is a robot. And all of that storyline was pointless. And Boris is like, "No, fuck you, that's stupid." And then I get a message like 3 days later, like, "You fucker."
Oh, I think you said under the filing shrine. I think I've never been down here. Ooh, what's all of this?
Oh, just sort of around the side? Yeah.
Okay, I'm doing some reading about Moffat's Dracula. 2 things. One, it's 3 episodes, which is doable. Probably like, how
Okay.
long are each episode though? If they're like 2 hours, I'm gonna be
90
mad.
minutes.
And there is a quote from Stephen Moffat here that says, "Moffat made a point about Dracula's sexuality in the show, saying that he is not correct to describe Dracula as bisexual, but bi-homicidal," which sounds like some horseshit.
Yeah,
You've
that
read
little
Dracula.
grey little cage, just in there should be
I think
before you go
I'm-
down that second set of stairs. Yeah.
I think I'm somehow wrong here.
The stream's so far behind, so I can't like direct you easily. Is the problem? Yeah, it's like basically just once you're at the fire, it's basically just down that first set of stairs that you went through. There's like a little grate.
Okay. So,
That you don't go down the elevator. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I'm.
I
going
don't
back up.
think Stephen Moffat's read Dracula. Just a
I
pot.
don't think
Yeah.
Stephen Moffat's fucking read anything.
There's a quote he said he also added he's not actually having sex with anyone, but like Dracula kind of does. That's like the whole thing
That's
about
the
Dracula.
representation. Yeah.
That's what he do. Oh, there it is. Okay, so no response. She cannot speak. Reinforce Estes flask. It says, right?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay. Use 5k per something with reinforce Estes flask. Yes. Estes flask reinforced. Okay, nice.
If you want to, you can duplicate the Firekeeper's soul to get infinite humanity. But I'm not about to tell you to do that on your first run.
Okay. That's a good
Yeah.
call.
Item duplication is weird. It means like later runs of Dark Souls you can kind of like slam through the game by just like getting a big soul and duplicating it a bunch of times to level up. But yeah, I think they took it out of remastered. I can't remember.
I could imagine that they fixed some bugs.
Yeah, it was basically just sort of like queuing up inputs in like an interesting way. Nothing fancy.
Oh wait, I'm looking through because I haven't seen any summoning signs.
You can't see summoning signs unless you're human.
Okay.
But yeah, if you change those settings, maybe you can maybe you'll see more when you do go human. So
Okay, because it says here summoning sign visibility restricted.
yeah, this is all new to me. These were settings in the original Dark Souls.
Okay. Do I set this as something else?
I have no clue. I'm sure you can play around with it if you make it like unrestricted or something, or
Maybe.
set your matchmaking to not local. I don't know. I'm just gonna go toilet quickly.
Yay. Nice. I'm gonna set it to the global just because. Okay. Let's see if this works.
Okay, apparently each Dracula episode is like 90 minutes.
Okay, so it's the Sherlock format.
Yeah.
I think this is doable for next week if we.
I'll at least watch a bit, and then if I don't watch all of it, I'll read what the end is, because...
Wikipedia following.
Huh.
Yeah, I wonder how that's gonna turn out. Because I only saw a bit of initial hype about Dracula, but I didn't hear anything afterwards. And I don't know if that's a good sign or not.
Yeah. It seems like it's won awards, but like, that kind of doesn't really mean anything anymore. Not with like BBC shows or whatever. Is it even BBC? I'm not sure.
It's just like a BBC/Netflix thing? Or?
Yeah, it is. The thing with Dracula is so many people have adapted like it now that you might as well go batshit crazy and do whatever you want with it, because it's the only way you're really going to stand out.
Yeah.
You gotta do what Dario Argento did and put like a giant CG praying mantis in it. God, I haven't thought about Dracula 3D in quite a while, but that is a movie.
Oh god, it sounds like one.
Dario Argento's like post 2000 stuff is a mixed bag.
Oh dude, I think I haven't seen anything post 2000s from him.
There's like a quote from him about the movie that is like, he thought Dracula could only be done in 3D, and that's why the movie is 3D.
Okay.
Which is really bizarre because it's a movie that doesn't really need like 3D, and it's a movie with a giant CG praying mantis in it. So I don't really know what he thought Dracula was best for, but.
Yeah, definitely there's some sort of bamboozlement going on.
I know it was rumored he was doing something with Daft Punk, but I guess if that ever happened, it's not happening anymore, because, like, you know, Daft Punk and him, or Daft Punk in general, rather. Let me have a look. There's a good chance it was just a rumor that did not actually happen. Dario Argento denies Daft Punk have signed up to score a new movie. Okay.
So
that would have been kind of interesting, though. They would, like, they're not too far off what type of music ends up in Dario Argento movies.
yeah, that's true.
I would be totally down to hear a Daft Punk Argento score.
I think I'm gonna do 1 or 2 more runs of the gargoyle. I think I'm gonna
Sure thing.
probably call it a night.
I think that's fair.
Okay, so I cannot. I was trying if I could wield the gargoyle tail axe, but I cannot with my stats. Neat. Oh yeah, I defeated the knight down here, and I think he doesn't respawn.
Oh, okay, I couldn't remember. I thought he still did, but that makes sense.
Yeah, nice. So it makes it a little bit easier for me to get up here,
Very slightly. That's good.
because I don't have him like hanging around in my back.
It's not about to slam you.
I think I'm really going back because like with all of these like nice souls that I got from the knight, I think I could. Oh, I thought I could level up with
Oh no.
That's right. You might be able to eventually get them back again.
Mm.
If you just kill the Baldur's Knight on the stairs, you should be all good.
Yeah, I think it should be okay. Neat. Okay, let's see. Oh, now I see it. Now it says Estes Flask +1. Interesting. I think I didn't do that in my first run, right?
I don't remember. This was how long ago now?
Too many years. years. Thousands of years, actually.
It might be a good idea just to play some in your own time generally.
Yeah.
The next time you get a chance to stream, like, I mean, like, I don't think either of us mind like watching you playing later on, but like,
yeah, if we're
just so you
distracting
don't
you at all.
lose that like, the rhythm of it in between streams and stuff.
Ah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think I need to maybe figure out, I guess, type of schedule, maybe. I don't know if I can do weekly, but maybe like every 2 weeks or so.
Even then, just like playing a bit of it, and if you're like, oh yeah, I'll stream a bit of it,
Oh yeah, it's a good idea.
I'm sure one of us will be around, or someone will be around to hang out as well.
Yeah, having the like 12, 13 hour time zone difference helps out. Someone's awake at all times.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, but speaking of games, I'm playing Shin Megami Tensei 3
Alright.
on Switch, which I'm very happy about.
Nice.
They
How are you
also,
finding it?
included a new difficulty mode called Merciful, which is for the poor people who don't want to grind, like have a bit of a nicer,
Uh-huh.
That's-
time.
That's fair, to be honest. Like, grinding it's time consuming. I know a lot of people don't want to do it. It's I mean, some games could have institute grinding by introducing padding, and neither way feels good.
Yeah. Yeah, so I looked up what the Merciful difficulty does, and apparently you deal twice the amount of damage, and you get thrice the amount of XP.
Oh wow.
And yeah, that reduces grinding by a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I find it to be like very comfortable to play, so I can like focus on like the battles alone and the story. And yeah, because I know some people will probably say, me, that's not how it's supposed to be played, and it's supposed to be like super difficult and whatever. But yeah, for me who has like a full-time job, like after 8 hours of being at work and then also like 90 minutes of like driving back and forth, I'm not here to get smacked in the face by an RPG all over the place. I just want to have a good time.
No, that's fair. I mean, I think developers should always label what the difficulty the game is designed around. But having more accessible difficulties is fine. It's like a few years ago, like when I was like, I guess like 17, 18, I was like quite heated about the like casual or Phoenix difficulties of Fire Emblem games. But no, it's like, okay, they're like, you're not forced to pick them. I think the intended way is still visible by calling the mode classic. It's kind of showing you what the intended way to play is and stuff like that. So it's fine. Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
And the game is still designed around the classic gameplay, so it's not like they've broken it to pander to that style of gameplay any differently. So
Yeah, totally. And for me, it's also what has been useful, but I still haven't finished it, is the like God mode in Hades, because I'm really good at roguelikes, and Hades very much kicks my butt all over the place. Like I have defeated like one of the harpies. I think like the first boss is okay for me now, but everything that comes afterwards, no. The lava world, I just get smacked around and die a lot. So I think they did a really good way with the sort of God mode, meaning you get, I think, 25% less damage, and every time you die, that number goes up by I think 1 or 2%. So you still have this mechanic of dying over and over, but you just get stronger with every time you die. So I think that's very good, so that it still is structured around this like dying over and over mechanic, but it's not as punishing anymore.
Mhm.
I think it's a good way.
And like the
Yeah.
good thing with one of those is like if you beat the game that way, then and if you were like, oh wait, now I'm used to this, why don't I like play it on you know on like the intended difficulty, and you'll probably have a much easier time with it.
Yeah, I considered turning on the God mode for a start because I was just kind of getting my ass kicked, but I eventually got to the point the game kind of clicked for me, and I've not needed to use it, but it's nice that it is there.
Yeah, I'm very happy about the like added accessibility they're adding in there.
Yeah, I mean, like, games are becoming more and more accessible, and I can see why if you were like a hardcore gamer who wanted difficulty and people were sort of, you know, including difficult options for lower, you know, like less people that struggled but then weren't giving you the same kind of challenge. But then like games like Celeste are natively like very difficult anyway, so having the accessibility is like not at all bad.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna try like one more run and then
Gotcha.
call it the night.
That
nice.
sounds fair.
Yeah, because I think it's now nearly been over like 3 hours that I'm streaming.
Yeah, the stream says that.
Yeah, but it's very comfy. I'm very happy about this one. Thank you very much for coming along.
You know, right? I've gotten to the point with games where I'll just like play them whatever I feel like at the time. Like I'm playing Stalker on easy just simply because I'm not playing it for any kind of difficulty,
Ooh, nice.
and also
Stalker-
because like easy still gets brutal at the end. So it's like,
Yeah. Well, Stalker's so weird because the different, like, in some cases, hard is easier just because it changes the time to kill on enemies, but it also changes the time to kill on you.
yeah,
It does the Metro thing with a higher the difficulty, like the enemies and stuff die easier, but then so do you. Yeah, and I think it makes the first like couple encounters like super like way more approachable having the hardest difficulty because otherwise you've got that pistol that does like no damage.
Yeah, I was playing on Stalker difficulty up until you like start getting the zombie guys, and I was like, damn, this game is like tough. I got like soft locked in one of the escort bits where there were like two
Oh,
guys
really?
both sides with a shotgun, and like just instantly killing either me or the guy I was escorting. I was like, well, this sucks. I'm gonna put this on easy for a second to see if I can get it. I was like, damn, this is still kind of hard, but like comfortably so. I'm more enjoying the atmosphere of this game than like the combat. So.
Yeah, Stalker's not a combat game.
Yeah. But like even then I'm on the like I've technically beaten the game. I got one of the endings. I'm going back to get like the stuff I need to actually finish the game. And
Yeah.
like my armor got shredded before I got to Chernobyl, and I was getting one shot like around every corner. It was awful. I spent like an hour trying to get the one set of armor I could find. That game is cool. I have been enjoying it. Gloomy Ukrainian simulator.
It saves automatically at a bonfire, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
I think it saves automatically if you just quit out as well.
Ah, okay, nice. Good. So yeah, I think I'm gonna leave the game here. Yeah, I think think this is comfy. I made some good progress today. I'm very happy
Yeah.
to reach this bond.
You got to
finally.
the second gargoyle pretty consistently.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think with a little bit of training, like I can get my skill back. Yeah, so thank you everyone for having been here and enjoying this little stream. Yeah, and thank you for dear Ellie and Tom for being here, and also TequilaZaku who chimed in here also for a little bit. Yeah, so everyone have a really nice evening. Thank you for being here, and we'll see each other around soon.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, it's always lovely catching up with everyone, so...
Yes, absolutely. So see each other around, and bye bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Gandalf with titties. Thanks, Boris.
Wait, where?
In shitpost, Boris voted Gandalf with titties.
Yo, you got drip though.